Alrighty, and looks like we're ready to go with Jack 2 All Missions by Sickynar. Take it away.
Hello. Actually, before I get going, the game audio I don't know is present in my headset. I failed to mention that earlier. That's great. Okay. So hello, my name is Sickynar, and to the right of me is Amber, and to the left of me is Zem, who, you know, of Josh's Couch fame. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is start a new game from a save file, and I have a memory card in. And this is a fail-safe for marathons because this game can sometimes crash. And this way we will have a save file prepared. I do have notes for this game on this really dirty piece of paper, which I will have on my knee. Okay, so...
it also doubles as his shopping list.
Yes, it has whole milk on the very bottom. So it's my favorite mission in Jak 2. I will count down from 3, and then I'll hit game 1, and then we can just start. So whenever you're ready, I'll go. 3, 2, 1, go. The real way to start it is really inconvenient for marathons, so that's just kind of the metric we use. Okay. So I'm going to skip the cutscene. There's going to be a bit of a gap. We're going to get this because we're using a memory card, and that's okay. I forgot that I have drunk cam because I didn't load a save before starting. But so the beginning of Jak 2 is really reminiscent to Jak 1 because as you can see, there's a lot of parkour, there's a lot of rolling, a lot of jumping.
You are in a restricted sector.
Yeah, so the basic movement, the skeleton of that is all still the same. You know, you can see he's doing the roll jumping, like you just said. There's also the boosteds in certain spots, like right here.
Oh, I didn't quite get it. I can try it again though. You're not put too far behind here.
But the biggest difference is that this game has, I wouldn't call them linear missions at all, but they do have actual missions, whereas Jak 1, they were kind of just a suggestion more than an actual requirement. And also, there's guns in this game.
Yeah.
They try to go with a bit of an edgier, darker theme for the sequels of Jak 1.
It's kind of reminiscent of GTA a little bit.
That's always the comparison that gets made. So, you know.
It's got like waypoints, a mini-map, you know, a city, you can steal cars, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's GTA for the edgy teenagers whose parents didn't actually let them have Grand Theft Auto.
And the category is actually a bit of a misnomer. It's kind of like all main story missions because... oh, and that was Escape. That's the first mission of the game. Because there's other missions you can do that are like side missions, and those aren't exactly crucial to the story. Like, they don't advance the story percentage. So it's any mission that makes the percentage of completion go up. And you have to see any cutscene that triggers that. If you skip one, it's considered a flag, like a mission flag skip, and it's illegal for the category. So I'm intentionally pointing the camera away from the direction of the traffic because I want to spawn a zoomer. Zoomers only spawn off camera, and as you can see, I have one parked here, which is convenient. So now we're going to go to... We're going to actually... You can skip some stuff that doesn't necessarily advance the percentage of the game. Like, I'm supposed to actually talk to a guy named Torn before I do this, but that doesn't give me a percent. What gives me a percent is going through this door, which is still locked because I haven't talked to Torn. But that's okay because we can just jump over it like that. Also, Torn is this like rebel guy. I just kind of name dropped him and didn't explain who he was. He's like one of the main like liaisons between you and like the rebel group. This is also a very parkour heavy segment. I love this level. We're tasked. Oh, oops. Got it. We're tasked with retrieving this banner from the top of this mountain, and this is sort of like a test. It's not really like relevant to anything. It's just like, oh, if you can get this, then you're part of the rebel like resistance. So it's pretty simple. There's a really kind of spooky roll jump here, and I got it.
It's just a minor thing, the sound people. Could I possibly have the game sound turned down a little bit in my headset? It's kind of hard to hear Sicky.
Okay, so you notice I just stood there for like 3 seconds. The reason I did that was it would have just been faster to just walk to the door. That just dawned on me because when you have to wait for the memory card to flash, the mission reset is basically neutralized in terms of its time save. So I could have just went to the door. I'm gonna do another camera trick here to try to manipulate a zoomer spawn there, which it worked, which is cool. You saw I kind of panned the camera like to this weird angle as the door opened, because that's when the assets in the game are triggered. Let's see. So then now we actually do have to go to Torn's hut, the gentleman who I said we skipped earlier, because there is now an important cutscene we need to trigger there. This next mission coming up, it's like there's this valve that is basically like the main channel for the Slum District's water, which has been shut off. I'm going to keep this here on purpose because I want that to stay there and not despawn. If a vehicle's close enough to a door, it won't despawn. And it's kind of a pain to get zoomers at the very beginning of the game like that. So it's just convenient to make sure it stays.
So let me ask you something, Sicky. Obviously, there's some overlap between Jack 1 and then Jacks 2 and 3, but not a whole lot. In fact, you know, all three of them kind of have their own sets of differences. What would you say are the main transferable skills between the trilogy?
The main transferable skills are going to be basic things like movement, Jack's running speed, his punch animation, the timing of things like kicking and stuff is going to be fairly congruent across all of the games. And then another major piece of tech are things like extended punch uppercuts, the boosted punch uppercuts that you were seeing in the first Jack previous to this, where you can get great distance on, by punching off of ledges. That is a consistent mechanic throughout the original trilogy, and I'd say is one of the more crucial mechanics in terms of speed tech. Which, if you can do that in one game, you can do it in every game.
Yeah, I think it's always so interesting. These, I mean, this is like the big thing at the time was platformers. Like platformers in the early 2000s were super huge, and just seeing how fluid they all tend to be as far as speedrunning goes, especially the PS2 ones. There's always very unique movement tech options in all those different games.
Yeah, this era, I think, really propagated a lot of action platformers that kind of set each other apart, like from each other. So there was the library of games was really kind of cool. It was varied. It was dynamic. You have games like Ratchet, and then alongside that you have games like Jack, and then which play very different, but just both have very similarly smooth mechanics. Here's another camera trick. So you can't really tell, but we found that valve that was blocking the city water, and we actually turned it back on. So that's good. We're basically heroes at this point. So we're done. We can just put the game down.
Wow, you're like 3 hours under estimate. That's crazy.
I know, yeah. I didn't want to. It's the big reveal. Okay, cool zoomer. Thanks for just veering away from me. So I'm looking for a zoomer right now. I got a 2-seater. The camera trick didn't do really. Wasn't effective. But let's see. Oh God, where's all the ones going my direction? Give me something to work with here, game. That's a guard zoomer. I'm not going to take that. Holy mackerel.
So again, similar to games like Grand Theft Auto, you cannot mess with the police or else bad things happen.
If you steal, okay, thank you. Okay, and this is more than just a quality of life thing. I actually need a zoomer, so that's why I'm doing this. But yeah, if you steal a vehicle from a guard, they'll start shooting at you, which if you get level 1 aggro, they actually don't. They just run up to you and like smack you with their little wands, which is not that bad, but the guns are bad. Oops, sorry. Okay, Zam, I have a question for you. How broken do you think like loading zones and checkpoints in this game are?
Well, if they're anything like Jack 1, they're pretty rough.
Okay. So hold on to that conception that you have, and then watch this.
Unauthorized use of
Where are you?
So I am in the fortress, which, believe it or not, was actually, it was through that wall like that we were kind of up against, and I rubbed up against the checkpoint. And now we're in here doing a mission.
Okay. All right.
We're being chased by a giant monster tank.
I love this. Just a common theme is like the checkpoints are more just a suggestion than really anything else. But that's the you'll notice anytime he wants to manipulate one of those checkpoints. In Jak 1, you would often death abuse. In Jaks 2 and 3, you often restart mission.
This is bad. Oh, I died. Okay, that was actually terrible luck. You can get sniped out of the air by those things, and that's not likely. So that was kind of a bummer. It's okay. We'll just do this part again. This part's kind of blind. It's kind of stressful, but you get really used for it. I'm gonna wait for the wall to break.
Yeah, this is something kind of funny that a lot of platformers around this time did. I know this also happens in Ratchet 3, the second-person shooter, where your camera is of the perspective of the enemy shooting at you. And it was supposed to be edgy and intuitive, but really it's just a pain in the butt and really dizzying.
Yeah, it's really confusing and kind of like motion sickness, but it's kind of fun in that respect. It is it's challenging for sure. My health is kind of. There we go. This part's kind of a lot of twists and turns. You don't really have opportunities to use like your rolls in the longer, more extended movement because you have to keep like doing these little turns and maneuvers. But that's what that level looks like, except we're not done. So now we actually, this is the showdown between the tank that was previously chasing us. And we're actually going to exploit its own weapon to destroy it. Thank you. Okay, I don't want to get hit one more time. Being on one hit KO here is pretty scary. Okay, so you see there's that counter. We're trying to get it to destroy all these little like valve things surrounding this giant tank of what I assume is like gasoline or jet fuel, because now that you've broken all those like little valves, that the whole thing just blows up. I'm gonna show this cutscene because it's so good. I love this. All right, we're done. But I love that. It's so funny.
Nice little action shot.
Okay, and now we have. I don't really remember what that mission was like about. Like I know. Oh, I know what it is. There was a bunch of like ammunition inside of that final room, and basically it's just you put a dent in the city and the evil Baron dictator's like military strength by just destroying a bunch of his ammunition warehouses. That's the gist of that.
Was Baron Praxis mentioned in the first game, or is it just an entirely thing unto itself?
It was just utterly fabricated.
Okay.
Post Jak 1. So watch this. Okay. So I don't want to drive this thing all the way over to where it has to go. Not at least the way they intended it for me to do it. I'm going to do that instead. Okay, and now this area is deloaded. This is a lot easier. And I'm going to go to that waypoint over there, all the way over there.
Okay, so while you're driving here, let me ask you, I know that Jak 1 kind of, the way that the developers made it, they almost kind of made their own engine.
Yeah.
Is this the same engine that Jak 1 uses?
It's the very same engine.
That explains a lot.
Yep. If you've seen the Jak 1 run, you're not so much shocked as you are just like amused by just like the more and more funny ways you can abuse, the mechanics of this game. All right, so now we're over at this place called the, there we go. I thought the game crashed on me and I was about to be really stressed. Okay.
But yeah, that's basically why these games tend to be so hollow, if you know what I mean. Like the buildings are barely solid, a lot of the walls are barely solid. It's because they did make their own engine, essentially, to run these games. And so they kind of had to cut some corners in certain spots to kind of ease the development process. So here's the first instance of using a gun in Jak, period.
We're just going to look, he's going to tell me to put the weapon away. So I'll just do that. And then it just immediately goes to the next command. I'm taking it out. And then I broke all the crates because if you don't, he says, try shooting the crates. but no, he just skips it. And I like doing these gun courses.
Now, while the guns are a pretty crucial part to most of this, what you do in the speed run, it is possible to beat Jak 2 without firing a weapon a single time.
That's true. Gunless is very much a thing, as made famous and possible by people like Forte, who is another really talented and creative Jak runner who finds out the weirdest strats in this game. Oops. That was not intended.
So you can see he's about to hit his goal. Do you have to do anything beyond that at any of these missions?
No, you can do bronze to get orbs, which are basically like the things that we strove to never collect in Jak 1, as you saw previously in Orbless. You can collect. Those are rarer in this game, and they're used to like unlock really rare stuff. And that's all you get by advancing beyond the bare minimum of those challenges. It's just like unlockables. So it's worthless for the speedrun. What was I going to say? One time I was doing a run and I had 2,998 and I thought I finished it. So I just left. And then I lost.
Man, knowing the Jak community, I'm sure everyone was very forgiving and
yes.
gave you no grief for it whatsoever.
They didn't say a word. They just said, all right, moving on from mistake. We never spoke of it again.
Mistakes are all right.
Yeah, they said, you know, Sickies, they sat me down on their knee collectively. The amalgam that is the Jak community.
You were like, thank you, Papa Jak community. You're welcome, son. Now here's your allowance.
Yeah. Give me a little orb and then, you know.
Gave you some dark eco.
Now get out of here, kid. Okay. So now we are driving to the Sig Mission, which that gentleman who is describing to us how to use weapons, his name is Sig. We're actually going to meet him in person. We saw him momentarily at the start of a cutscene, but you probably don't remember. So what's going to happen is this is an escort mission. There's a few of those in the game. This one's actually really interesting because escort mission makes it sound like it's like boring, you're tethered to someone else, it's almost auto-scrollery, which to some extent this one is, but there's some elements to it that are very manipulatable, and we've figured out some pretty creative ways to actually control enemy movement to make things as fast as possible. Everything I do in this mission is choreographed to some extent. So it's actually a really tight mission, and it's really fun to do because of that. And I'd say this is like one of my favorite for those reasons. This is also the mission that was featured in the demo of the game. So if you were a kid and you got like another game and they said, hey, here's the Jak 2 demo, it would be the Sig Mission. So that's some nostalgia.
So can you actually hit the civilians with the...
You sure can. Yeah.
Look at you being nice. Not hitting any of them.
I try. I don't have a beef with them.
Yeah, they haven't done anything wrong.
That we know of. Okay, I'm already on very low health. This is bad.
Yeah, that was also another kind of flavor of the time sort of mechanic was having an arbitrary health bar. So you can see there's 8 ticks on the health bar, but it doesn't matter because you don't take 1 damage per hit.
You usually take 2. There's some things that can take 1. I'd say in this game, this is like, I'd actually say that in this game, they implemented it in a way that isn't quite as arbitrary. But I 100% agree that sometimes it can get pretty ridiculous, like in the later Ratchet games.
Yeah, definitely.
I just sound like I'm like ripping on you, but that's not what I mean.
Hey, no, it's okay. I'm more than happy to rip on the later Ratchet games.
Yeah, especially the 3rd one.
Yeah.
It's like, God, gross.
Ugh. Who would ever play that one?
It's yucky. Okay, so these are little fish. There's these segments. Basically what we're doing now is we're picking off these big metalhead creatures who are those things with the glowing orbs. He has his special weapon designed to like hunt the big ones. So we're just kind of like his escort as he goes through here, keeping him safe and stuff, even though it's like he's way more qualified to kill these things than we are, so I don't know why we're escorting him. But that's just the way it is. And let's see, so during these segments when he has to destroy the really big ones, he requires a special shot that has to be charged up, so the whole time we're just kind of like his bodyguard essentially.
I love that the input you're doing is like this melee fire thing you got going on here is really reminiscent of Halo 2 for me. Like the BXR, the BXB.
Oh yeah, that combo, that like punch combo.
Yeah.
So I'm actually intentionally picking up those metal hip skull gems because we need 25 of them, because we're going to pick up the first Dark Jack ability in the game, because we need at least one to advance to like get rid of the mission flag that says talk to the Oracle, which is where in this game the Oracle is the person who sells you Dark Jack abilities.
So how useful is Dark Jack in this game?
It's very useful in both of the end of Act 1 and the end of Act 2. You're going to fight the Baron Praxis. You can in each one there's a phase that can be skipped entirely with the use of the Dark Bomb, and collectively it probably saves somewhere about 1.5 minutes if you implement it optimally in both fights.
So it's more useful from a speed perspective as opposed to an actual functionality sort of thing.
Yeah, because we employ it in a way that is kind of non-intuitive, so it's definitely not like, I wouldn't say it's like a casual strat per se, but yeah, and the only reason we can utilize it is because we have the ability to actually farm enough dark eco, and are in fact, obliged to get one of its special abilities in this category, whereas in any percent, it's okay, I'm gonna keep these things on me. Sorry, I kind of went off on a tangent there, but I'm gonna keep these things as low health as possible. Oops. Okay, so the gun is fixed. Now I'm just gonna kill these things. Basically, the way that part works is that once his gun gets fixed, there's no more respawning enemies. So you just want to keep 2 of them at very low health, so that when the gun gets fixed, you just shoot them and they die, and then you immediately move on to the next part. And it's just kind of a funny like little thing that is like super subtle, but it can save a lot of time if you do it correctly. Okay. So that's the end of that. Again, we have to wait because the memory card's saving and you can't pause, but that's okay. It's in the name of safety. Okay. I'm going to do another camera trick. We leave through this door several times, so you're going to see me do the same like maneuver here a lot. Big mission, sewer turrets. Okay. Referencing my notes. Just make sure I go the right place. Because as you can see, because we leave the same place multiple times, you want to make sure you know where you're going to go next, because it's all kind of samey. So that's why I have a reference notes to just remind me like, okay, this is where I'm going this time. And
usually you'd see a lot of runners have that on their splits.
Yeah.
So they just reference that instead of having like actual paper, but obviously there's one static timer right below us here that doesn't have any words on it whatsoever, so Sicky has to make do.
Yeah, so that's why I made my like scrawlings on this lined paper instead. I actually made this on day 1 of the marathon, and I've just been keeping it folded up in my pocket like every day, and at this point it's just like, it's like disgusting and like faded already.
That's what I do with receipts when I pretend I'm going to use them on my taxes.
I love that like little like I don't even know what you call it when they ask you, do you want to keep your receipt, and you say yes, and then you feel so like, I'm so responsible right now. and then you just never do anything with it.
Yeah, you're just like, wait, like a year later, you're like, why do I still have this in my wallet? What is this?
Yeah, like at this point, my wallet is just filled with a bunch of receipts, and it's like, I'm just going to throw them away. Okay, so the beginning of the game has a lot of driving because we don't have we don't possess yet the fastest form of travel in this game, which is like they call it the jet board. It's like a hoverboard thing. So right now we are exploiting the vehicles to traverse the game. That does mean that a lot of the early parts of the game just are basically a lot of driving.
Yeah, it's pretty bare bones, but as soon as he gets the hoverboard, it's going to go really off the rails quite quickly, because all of the out of bounds you've seen Sicky utilize so far are very easily accessible through use of the hoverboard, because you can gain infinite height with it.
Did you just see that lady like epically just block?
Yeah,
me?
she canceled all your momentum.
And she didn't even move. She was just like, where do you
This
think you're
is
going?
the price of being nice to the civilians.
I just want a zoomer, but the game won't give me one. Holy, that's a guard zoomer. Wow, okay. This is monumental. This is incredibly bad luck.
Yeah, and so you see this is another pro to having the hoverboard eventually, is that he doesn't have to worry about zoomer RNG anymore. Or at
Yeah.
least, I don't know if you have to worry about it at all.
Well, I like to call it CarNG personally.
Okay.
All right, just,
All right.
just making that known is all. But yeah, that's exactly what Zem was saying. That's one thing that for the early game is you can really get RNG'd out of like a PB, just because you won't get the right car spawns, you won't get convenient positioning of like
And it really adds up too. I mean, that was like what, 10 or 15 seconds of you attempting
Yeah.
to spawn a zoomer. That, imagine that happens 2 or 3 more times in the run. That's already almost a minute gone for no reason.
Yeah. And it's not time saved. Like when you think about it, and you say, oh, where did that time loss come from? You can be playing well, but yeah, it's just it all adds up, and that's why it's one of the less than stellar parts of this category. Okay. Sure. It doesn't matter. I'm going to get a health refill here anyways. It's faster to mission reset inside of elevators than to ride them down. In most contexts. There's one elevator in this game that is just randomly super fast.
I just don't understand how, and this is a Jak 2 and Jak 3 thing, which means it existed in Jak 2 and then they just chose not to fix this, which is restarting mission somehow advances you forward.
Yeah, I don't really know why that's the case, but that's 100% true. It'll just move you forward in checkpoints like in Citadel Skip, like as they were explaining. It's like a checkpoint bug, and it kind of persists throughout the trilogy. I'm going to take this really safe because...
I assume those guys can kill you in one hit now at this point. Something like that.
I'm one hit away from being on a one-hit kill.
Gotcha.
I'm going to turn the lights on. You don't have to turn the lights on. You can be like super swag and just like do that in the dark. But I'm not interested in doing that. So. Nice. I love the way he says that. 3 turrets down. Nice. Okay, no. Nope. That was unfortunate. It's really dark in that part.
But at least we get to hear him say, 3 turrets down. Nice. Again. And really, that's worth it, in my opinion.
What you just saw me do looks really weird. But there was a reason for that.
We got time for donations?
We sure do, yeah.
Awesome. We have $20 from Game Mike Pro, which says, Sicky, you're cute.
No, you.
We have $10 from Ruh, a.k.a. Ronaldo Fortnite.
Ronaldo Fortnite. The one and only.
Which says, hey, Sicky, it's your best pal here, Paul Bunyan. Just wondering if you ever picked up your jacket I mailed back to you after
I didn't. It was returned to sender. I'm so sorry.
If not, that cozy puppy is mine when it gets sent back to me.
Oh my god, I messed up so bad. He has my jacket.
Anyways, can't wait to watch this epic gunless run. Hashtag wham. Also, hi Amber, not hi Zem.
All right. I get what I deserve. Also, shout-outs to Wham. Can we get a golden Wham check in the chat,
Yeah, golden
please?
Wham check, please. Wham! Nice. There's no point in turning this light on because it just fails immediately. It's like theatrics.
Isn't that what you said the last time? Well, you didn't say that, but isn't that what happened last time?
Yeah. Like, it still gives you a little bit of light, so it's like it would have helped. But Sometimes you just don't learn, you know.
And so because this game is broken, he wins the mission and then
this
restarts.
mission resets, and then I'm back here. Actually, I acted like when I did that the first time, it was an intentional thing, but that was just a mistake.
Decontamination.
Is there, at any point in the game, is there a mission that you can reset that actually doesn't behave the way all the other ones do?
When you say it doesn't,
So like it works the way it's supposed to work, that it just makes you start the mission over again, if that makes sense.
honestly, I don't know if there is. There's some that mission resets don't really do anything. Like, for example, the banner mission. If you reset like in the airlock, it just puts you back out in the city. It's mostly missions with elevators seem to behave that way more. Like airlocks don't really seem to do it. But yeah, if you're at the top of an elevator, it just assumes, it just puts you usually at the bottom of the elevators. And usually the checkpoints at the bottoms aren't necessarily right in front of them, so they'll be like a room or two ahead of the elevator for whatever reason, and it'll just look really like a non-intuitive restart warp. So yeah, it's I'm not moving very far, so I'm just gonna take a 2-seater.
So here you can kind of see the speed difference as to why he's always grabbing zoomers. This is a rather slow boy.
This is a chunky boy, and he's trundling.
He's right chonky.
Dude, this is straight chonk.
So now he gets his second gun.
Same deal. I'm gonna break the boxes because otherwise it tells you to get them. So I look at no
It's a good
red.
spot to ammo refresh as well. I don't know if you actually need it or not, but
Check it out. Now this is a Wastelander move. First one, or the scatter course, because I'm just gonna do this.
yeah, a lot of people might ask when they first start watching this game, like, why are you doing that? Wouldn't it just be easier and potentially faster to just know where they are and immediately shoot them? And the answer is no. This is very clearly, once you start messing around, that very clearly the fastest way to get through this stuff in Jack games.
Yeah, it looks really sloppy and kind of haphazard, but it just works. And actually, there's like an aimbotting feature to the spinning and the shooting, so there's actually like it's kind of aim assisting to some extent, which is why you'd see I would just be bullseyeing a lot of those like as soon as they spawn.
So this is basically where people go when they get banned from Fortnite.
Yes, because the headshots are free or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know
you're allowed
Fortnite
to actually
means. VAC
here.
Yeah, you don't get vacked in Jack 2. The game just hard locks on you. This is one of my favorite skips. So we have to get to the garage in the stadium in under 3 minutes. We're gonna do it in like under a minute.
Great.
So we're gonna do that great, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna do something, you've kind of seen this tech already. Reroll jump.
It's so interesting to me that they put water underneath a lot of these. But like, they just kept the water continuously going.
Hey, come here. Go through the wall. Do my bidding. Okay. All right. So, Deja Vu.
Yeah, so now once again everything is deloaded because Sicky went through one wall. How do you feel about yourself, you monster?
I would do it again, Zem, as they take me away. All right, let me see. All right, so yeah, that's the gist of that. Basically, what happens is that waypoints. Usually, when you skip these checkpoints, you can't trigger mission flags because it's tied to the area that's loaded. But with waypoints, for some reason, it ties it to like the coordinates on like the entire world, so they still exist even if the rest of the world around it isn't loaded. So that's why you can only do this trick with waypoint missions.
There's one thing I do miss from Jak 1. It's that really high-pitched scream he would do as he falls to his death.
Ah! Also, like when he gets burnt on something, he goes, "Ouch!"
Yeah.
And this one, he just goes like, You can jump on the jetboard.
Oh, so here we have it. I'd say this is pretty easily the most broken thing in the Jack trilogy. Like just the single most broken item you can possibly get. It exists in Jack 2 and 3, and as I was mentioning before, you can infinite jump and gain infinite height with it. I know it's a lot easier in Jack 3 than it is in Jack 2, if I recall correctly. I may be wrong on that. But so the inputs are a little bit more precise in Jack 2. But, you know, Sicky's no slouch, so he's going to be able to do it pretty easily.
Yeah, hovering becomes kind of second nature eventually. Yo, epic. Yo, epic. There you go, I got it. Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
Just fails it 3 times in a row, whatever. But it looks pretty swag, though. Whee.
So there's going to be a lot of practical uses to gaining infinite height. He is going to use a zoomer here because it's still the average speed of the zoomer is still faster than the average speed of the hoverboard.
That's not necessarily the reason I do it here.
Okay.
They're actually matched in terms of max speed, but in the Canal District in this area, the terrain is so like unwieldy for a jetboard that you can save time technically, but it's very, very risky and kind of dependent on whether or not you don't get like trolled by guards and pedestrians. So you're better off just zoomering through the Canal District.
Yeah, I'm glad that you know, you're here to fill in all the gaps of the things that I just make up sometimes.
Yeah, it's honestly really exhausting to have to fact check you so constantly.
Hey, this is what you asked for.
That's true, man. I'm reaping my own. I don't know what's the expression.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, reap what I sow.
When you walk in.
When you walk in, look at that swagger. Okay. So anyways, now we're going to meet a really cool dude named Vin. Actually. Okay. I decided to take a zoomer at the last minute because of reasons.
Is that zoomer always there?
That zoomer is not always there. I actually just kind of, it's random. It could be any of several vehicles. It could be a 2-seater, 3-seater. It could even be a guard zoomer. Sometimes it's really unlikely, but that happens.
But
and
you willed this one into existence. Very
Yeah.
perfectly because you knew it was a marathon run and you had to look good.
Yeah, actually, this is a set seed. I didn't want to say it, but, you know.
Is there a speed difference between a guard zoomer and a normal zoomer?
I don't believe there is. There is a handling difference in terms of the way it drives. I think guard zoomers drive a lot better. And honestly, it's kind of nice when one spawns because I really do think it's more efficient in the sense that you can cut corners a lot easier with them. There hasn't been a lot of like detailed research done into like the minute differences between a guard zoomer and a street zoomer, although I do believe that there are a few. So this is going to look really non-intuitive, and it's honestly really hard to explain. We're crossing a checkpoint by standing on that back one kind of from far away. And then that way it thinks when we get here that we've already gone through the entire obstacle course of that mission. And you can do that via hovering just to the very end right before the last mission checkpoint. And that way it says, oh, okay, well, you got here, so you must have done the rest of it. And once again, we're just going to perpetually see hovering as like a totally game-breaking mechanic for the rest of this run. Like so. This is
So what are the basic inputs of that hover?
So the hover is it's a trick cancel, and if you do a trick using the left and right directions, like cardinal directions on an analog stick, it's a different move set than the up and down directions on the analog stick. So it's kind of like two distinct sets of tricks. If you switch between them, so you do a side trick into like a left-right trick into an up-down trick, the interrupts will, for some reason, confuse the game or something and let you perpetually perform an up trick, which every time you perform an up trick, it gives you a little bit of height. So when you can indefinitely do it, it'll just, you'll never stop gaining that height.
It's actually relatively similar to a trick in Ratchet 1, where you, on certain surfaces, you can cancel a high jump into a long jump. And so it's the same, or like a side flip into a long jump.
Okay.
So it's the same basic idea there.
I totally forgot to kill a batch of the eggs, so I gotta do that again. Oh god.
But yeah, that's a pretty standard thing in speedrunning. A lot of times in movement-based games, you'll be able to cancel some sort of trick into another trick, which is usually really convenient. And in this case, for Jack, you can hover infinitely. You know, we're kind of talking about this now because this mission is pretty self-explanatory. He's trying to shoot the eggs. And he did it.
I sure did. Let's see. Okay, so I got eggs. Now I have to get milk.
No, that's at the bottom of the list.
You're right. Whole milk is at the bottom.
No sequence break in getting milk here.
Yeah, dude, this is all missions, all grocery items. God, that's such a bad joke. Oh God.
That's okay. I'm sure that's not the worst joke that's been made this weekend so far. But it's probably up there.
It's a contender. All right, this is just a little skip. You can hover over walls. It's cool. Okay, so what was that?
Yeah, it kind of like took a bit to load there.
Yeah, I think what happened was I hit a guard, and sometimes you really can't help it because the camera like doesn't catch up with you. So you're kind of blindly like jetboarding, trying to navigate, and if someone spawns right in front of you, it's like you're kind of like you're at the mercy. Okay. This is actually a pretty fun mission. This is where I mentioned we're farming these metalhead skull gems. I need to have 8 more. And this is where we're going to farm the rest of them. And you'll see why, because we basically are going to go have a shootout with a bunch of metalheads. We are going to require a zoomer for this section because we're going to be traveling to this, like, they call it the water slums. We've seen it a bunch of times. I just never referred to it by name. It's that area with all, like, the planks and the docks and stuff, and all the houses are supported by, like, planks of wood. And that place is just incredibly unwieldy on a jetboard. There's, like, it's, there isn't really an advantage, so I'm just going to take a car. We're going to meet a crucial story character in this part of the game named Ashlyn.
You know, I'm starting to realize exactly how all in they went on the edgy, like, theme for this game. A lot of the color is just very dark and almost muddy. Like, the brightest thing on the screen is like Daxter and Jack's hair.
Yeah, his hair. Yeah, it's super bright. Yeah, they really went all in, like you said. They really wanted to set this one apart, I think, from the original installment.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, so Jack never spoke in Jack 1.
Nope.
And they were like, no, you know what? We're gonna make this real cool. And so he's like tortured for 3 years or something like that.
2
Is that?
years, yeah.
Yeah. And then when Daxter finally rescues him, the first thing he says is the S word. And so everyone was like, oh my god.
The S
Not
word.
only can he speak now, he also spends some time on the internet.
Wait, what? The S word?
The S word. Isn't that the first thing he says?
No. Well, the first words he says is, I'm going to kill Baron Praxis.
Oh, okay. When does he say the S word? Doesn't he do that at some
He never
point?
says the S word.
Oh, what? Who lied to me?
Probably Josh.
Maybe I lied to myself. Maybe I wanted it to be that way, so I just kind of willed that into my own existence. Alright, well, I guess I'm just stupid.
Oops.
Anyway, don't listen to me anymore. Listen to Sicky. Sicky, tell us some things. How's your life?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah. This run's going pretty well so far. He's focused.
Sorry, that I was on one hit KO and I was sitting.
Oh,
there
I'm
being
sorry. I
like,
didn't even notice.
No, it's fine. So I was like,
Once again, I
I was in
ruined
gamer
everything.
mode.
Yeah. We have our little gamer hat here. I'll put on your head
Yeah,
real
thank
quick.
you. I'd really appreciate it if you put that on my head. So we have 25 skull gems. Now we're gonna go get the dark bomb, which is a Jack 2 ability.
Decontamination complete.
Oh, yeah, sure. Pass me the Keyblade.
It is so incredibly dark on this TV, and I'm really struggling to see this. It's usually not a problem. It's really just specifically this one spot. But greetings. Okay. So we do little dances in this game to like deload and reload checkpoints. That's the dark bomb. You get to showcase it for a moment. And that has ended that mission so that now we technically don't have to shop at the Oracle anymore. It forces you to do it once for the game's progression.
Doesn't he say one curse word? I swear he says one. I swear.
Ashlyn says the B word.
Okay, well that's fine.
Because she says payback's the you know what and I'm it.
Okay.
It's actually very like upsetting. I always have to mute my television when I know it's coming.
That's like who greenlit like most of this like theme here. There's a bunch of people who play tested this and they're like, this is a really cool theme we got going on.
Yeah,
kids are gonna love this.
Yeah, like the same people who played Jak 1 like 2 years ago are gonna be all grown up now. It's like, no, they're 10. Here's the coolest hover in the game, I know. Oh my god, this is gonna be so blind because this television is so dark. That was hella blind. Let's see if this is gonna work. This might work. Oh my god, let me just hover really high in the air. Wow, if this works, I'm gonna laugh. Oh, barely, barely.
Wow.
Because we can't go through that gate yet. It's the same as the other time when we had to do that zoomer hop over the airlock. If you can fly over the airlock, then you can basically skip like needing to unlock it. We're gathering these artifacts from this temple, which are all hidden inside of these big funny machines. I'm gonna see if I can go for a really precise hover here to basically like. Nice, got it. Okay, that whole segment was beautiful. Actually, that was fantastic. Okay.
Okay, wait. So answer this for me. What is it that Daxter falls into that turns him into this little weasel
Okay,
thing?
so he falls into Dark Eco.
Okay, but when you fall into Dark Eco, you just die.
Explode.
This is some.
Even though you're infused with Dark Eco. I don't know. Oops, there goes the gamer hat.
All right. Well, if you lost your gamer swag, I'll put mine down too.
Okay, so y'all ready to do some stretches?
It's okay. You can keep that. Oh, we're doing stretches.
Yep. Because we have 1 minute and 20 seconds of downtime.
Oh.
I'm gonna do some stretches.
Okay. I don't really feel like doing anything, so I'll just pretend I'm doing stretches.
Okay.
Hey, Sicky.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh,
Have you
yeah,
heard
go
of a
for it.
guy named Raging Josh?
Raging Josh? I
Yeah.
hear he's very good at Jak 1.
Yeah?
Yes.
Cool, cool. We have a $25 donation from Madman Joey, which says, Salutations, Mr. Nar and the Union of Metalhead Fighters. Keep in mind that this is a no hover zone, so you cannot hover over your problems, and, as this is all missions, you cannot skip your problems like TPL runners.
Those dang TPL runners.
Do not forget to buy some Sig at the store. He's next to the cherries.
Next to the cherries. Hey there, cherry.
It's one of my favorite. Oh, what is this?
These are the tombstone patterns.
Oh,
'Cause
gotcha.
I forgot to bring my printout.
That's one of my favorite things I've ever heard. Jak runners say to roast each other. I think it was actually Josh over there who once said, "You Jak 2 runners just hover over all your problems."
Yeah. And you'll see a lot of that coming up. We've already seen a lot of it.
I don't think he's wrong.
He's not.
All right, we're done. It's gamer mode. Good job. We don't have the jet board anymore. Feels bad.
What happened to it?
It was creative differences.
It's off visiting its family,
Yeah.
taking some time, going on a
It's
vacation.
it's on a sabbatical.
Yeah.
And cuts.
Dude, I didn't know this was Jak 3.
Seriously though, like real talk.
That's
Can I just level with you right now?
So Jack 3 gets a lot of flack because
Flack 3.
yeah.
Good one, Sicky.
It gets a lot of flack because the any percent category is mostly just roll jumping through the desert. But a lot of the other categories are really cool in Jack 3. It's just that one particular one, and maybe another one I don't know about. I've been wrong before, so I'm not making any guarantees here.
I don't even know where to start. It's, oh god, it's all bad.
Sorry, I just clouded my way onto this couch. I don't actually have any game knowledge here.
Can you read this and tell me what it says under return?
Power switches.
Power switch. All right, perfect. That's what I thought. I am in fact going the right direction. Status update.
Man, I could have really derailed this speedrun just now.
That's a good point. You could have said like Baron, and I would have been like, whoa. I'm a lot farther in than I thought.
Actually, the next one after power switches is Baron.
Yeah, I know.
So it just made you miss power switch. How is there like a water?
Oh, water.
Thank you.
For me? Thanks.
Amber, you're so helpful.
Yes, thanks, Amber.
Oh god. There's a strong gust of wind that just blew through,
Yeah.
and it really disrupted my meager constitution. Here.
Zem really is like he has a very like high center of gravity. He sneezes,
I
he just
topple
falls
very
over.
easily.
Yeah.
And because it's St. Patrick's Day, I'm gonna double fist these waters.
Ooh, dude. That's a guard zoomer. Don't give me guard zoomers. Don't give me guard vehicles. I seriously do need a street zoomer for this mission.
Stay hydrated,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen.
Nope. There you go. So what we're doing now is we're reactivating the power lines to the B zone of the city, which I don't know what that means, but Vin says it. So, and the way we do that is the buttons to reactivate the electric circuits like throughout the city are hidden under these turrets. So we have to find the turrets, destroy them, and then press the buttons. I don't know what city planner designed this, but it's just the world we live in now.
Do you think Jack likes gladiator movies?
Probably. He probably... what is it? Actually, the only gladiator movie I can think of is Gladiator. I'm
You
not
have
aware.
not seen enough gladiator
I am not
movies.
aware of any others. Is Spartacus a gladiator movie?
Yeah.
Then, okay, so there's another.
Technically.
Technically, okay.
There's also, I mean, I guess 300 kind of counts in some ways.
Yeah, dude, okay, that movie's good.
I don't know if they're like.
I like the guy with the big crab arms. That's in 300, right? Is that a
What
different
movie have you been
I thought that
watching?
was, never mind. I swear to God, there's a guy with giant crab arms, and he like
Maybe
beheads
there is.
someone.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen it.
This car is on fire.
I know there's some really creepy looking dudes in that movie.
Yeah, there's like weird like mutant people in that movie. Like,
They really did a weird job of painting Persian culture.
yeah, it's like I thought this was like realistic, and then it's like suddenly like not, and it's like confusing.
You think Jack eats his vegetables?
Oh, of course. Now, if we want to talk about a strong, you know,
What was that creepy face that just popped up? Did you see that?
it's when you zoom in.
That was
Ouch.
creepy. Don't do that. Please.
As I speaking of meager constitutions, he's the antithesis of Zem in the sense that this guy is strong, reliable, durable.
Knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Can always depend on him for any situation.
I want to showcase something. You can get pushed forward on those spikes. Save a
that's
cycle. Hey. Rude.
Hey, Sicky, don't get hit again. Oh, never mind. You can get hit
I
again.
can get hit twice. I'm going to showcase a little extended here. Can skip that pole entirely.
You showed that pole.
Monka ass. Oh, okay. Oh. I learned something like a week ago while I was streaming PB attempts of this. Don't ground pound these, because you can just clip through them and just fall through the floor. Which I didn't know. And then it's one of those things that like apparently everyone else on the planet knew, because they were like, lol, don't ground pound there. And I'm like, what the frick? That's not fair. Okay, speaking of Dark Jack, that's why we get Dark Bomb. Or that's why it's useful, because you can skip an entire phase of a 3-phase fight with Praxis.
So this is Praxis 1.
This is Praxis 1.
You'll see him, I don't know, how many more times?
A couple.
A couple.
You know, he's around. So basically we're waiting for his like shield to like decharge again so that we can shoot him, because he's only vulnerable so many times. Like you have to wait like a couple seconds. I usually use the music to know when it's like vulnerable again by like doing like a beat. And then that phase ends. You can always just get some ammo while he's doing his little spinny animation, even though you don't really need that much ammo here. There's a really hard thing you can do here where you jump up here and risk getting shot to get an early hit there, which I got like immediately, so that was kind of cool. Nope, I'm not going to play around with that. I'm just
What do you think Jack's favorite holiday is?
Okay, 1 second. Nope. Nope, I'm not talking to you. Thank you for charging me. The tornado attack is so lame, and he was like spamming it. Charging is like free. Okay, anyways, what was your question?
Don't worry about it.
Knows them.
I was asking what his favorite holiday is.
Favorite holiday is probably Halloween.
Yeah, you think so?
Rip Orbless. Boink. Oh wait, I already had an orb. Whatever. I would say Halloween, yes, because it's dark and spooky.
Yeah, that makes sense. He probably dresses up as a vampire.
Vampire, spooky one.
Yeah, he probably reads Twilight.
Gross.
Yeah.
He probably reads Twilight. I want to steal this.
He probably keeps a diary where he talks about how much he hates his parents.
Samos irritated me so bad today. He made me collect a bunch of cells in Geyser.
And I hate him. I'll always hate him.
He doesn't understand me.
You know, it took me a long time to my life to realize that the reason why parents would give their kids diaries is so that they can just read their diaries.
Whoa, wait. Whoa. I've never really thought about it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's only so many hiding spots in a room, like, you know.
Dang. Have I been bamboozled like this whole time and not realizing?
I mean, it depends. How many diaries did you have growing up?
I don't know.
I feel
Like
slightly
1 or 2.
violated.
Yeah, seriously. I was like, I should have just played along and been like, yeah, I knew that. Right?
It's like one of those parenting strats that like you become horrified when you first find out about it, and then you think about what it'll be like when you're a parent someday, and you're like, yeah, you know what? I want to do that. That makes a lot of sense.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Zem, you have horrified the chat. They're freaking
They're
out.
everyone's like freaking out, calling their parents like, did you read my diary?
You're welcome, everybody. Anything else you need me to ruin?
Yes. Let me think. I can't believe it's not butter.
Oh, I could ruin blueberries for everybody. No, I can ruin orange juice. Let me ruin orange juice. Okay. So, so fun fact about orange juice. Why not, Lilac? So I actually have I am an anti-orange juice fundamentalist for the very sole reason that the majority of the orange juice you were drinking was squeezed at least a year ago and then kept in like a weird vacuum sealed vat, and then they just kind of like pull it out of the vat and like years plus down the road, so you're basically drinking zombie juice.
Yeah, it's been like reanimated. Mm-hmm. Whoa, that's actually kind of cool. You've sort of enhanced the experience of OJ
yeah, did I really?
for me.
Did I really?
Yeah, I mean, I play Jack too. You know,
so zombie juice is right up your alley.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, pass the zombie juice.
Yeah, and blueberries are in like muffins or things like that are often essentially blueberry flavored cardboard.
Oh,
So that's my anti-orange juice, anti-blueberry campaign.
That's fair. I
So-
respect it.
Yeah, you can do your own research. You don't have to believe me. You know, I think I've kind of character assassinated my own credibility at least a couple times this run so far. But
I
you know,
mean-
do your research, kids.
What's after Powers, Baron, money? What's after money? Move people. Okay.
By the way, one of the attendees just came up to me and said, as a parent, you've got it dead on the diary thing.
Hey, Lamau. Wow.
Thank you, whoever that was.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Wait, did someone just say something?
Can I get a?
Oh, she said that she absolutely read her kids' diaries and that they had to stop because of what was being put in that diary was undesirable to read after a certain amount of time.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's only so much you want to learn about your relatives.
Yeah, there's there's an element of, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Parenting is complicated. Says someone who has no knowledge of what it's like to be a parent.
Yeah, one's in the chat if you're a parent, so we can properly acknowledge how difficult your life is. Because we just have no idea. You have to deal with a little monster for a while, and then eventually they gain humanity, and then they hate you. And kids out there, make sure you apologize to your parents from time to time for being an ornery little brat. Man, I think I need to go call my mom after this run.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's just like, I'm suddenly like reflecting on all these horrible things I did. Like,
You know, we had no perspective.
we really didn't. It was a different time.
Do we have time for a couple quick donations?
No. Yes.
No, I guess.
Fine. We have $40 from Brody's dad, which says, "Good luck, good luck, Sickynar. Thanks for telling me about the stream and the charity the other day. I was the guy who's wearing the GDQ shirt at your place of business."
Hey, dude! Good to hear from you.
And we have $5 from Pity Friend, which says, "I'm sorry you hate that orange juice is a product with a stable shelf life."
I hate you so much.
To be
No,
honest, though, if you drink it, do you gain its powers?
I mean, maybe.
Well, what powers does
I
an
don't
orange
know.
have?
Apparently, zombification.
I mean, I guess you'll find out at the end of your life, whenever that may be. We of the couch do not condone taking risky behavior to test that.
Yeah, I don't condone the ingestion of oranges. Or any other similarly dangerous activity. It's a bit of a delay between my words.
Man, if you kids thought orange juice is bad, just wait till you find out about cyanide. I'm sorry, that was not a good joke. What's that? Have I made a good joke? Great question.
Fantastic question. More at 11. Has Zem ever made a funny joke?
That's why people tune into the stream though. Like it's like every stream I've ever done has been a slow motion train wreck.
And it's just playing that song from the OC. I think it's the OC where they go. No, I don't remember. The one where it goes, what you say?
Oh yeah, the Emojin Heap
Yeah,
song.
that's the one.
Yeah, it's a fantastic song. It's honestly a shame it became a meme because
This
it's
is not
seriously one of
good.
the best uses of vocoder I have ever heard in my life.
Okay, we have a problem. This is a mayday, dude. I need to find a two-seater right now. And these are all Zoomers. For once, I don't want a Zoomer. Oh, right. Okay, we're just going to go for it. I'm going to lean in close here.
All right, I'm gonna lean in real
Oh,
close in
God.
solidarity.
Can I make it like 50 feet without blowing up? Oh,
Hey!
all right. This car is there to give you perspective on how close that was. Come on, come on, come on.
Hey, you found your two-seater.
All right, what's after move, people? Is that protect hut? Okay. I haven't slept in like 32 hours, by the way.
What, you want a medal? You want a cookie?
Yeah, dude.
You want an
Actually,
Actually, all three of those sound really nice.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
as a matter of fact, I would gladly take any of those things, if not all of those things. You know what I want? Is a refreshing glass of orange juice.
All right, so
Oh.
horrific zombie juice aside, pulp or no pulp?
Pulp.
All right, I agree.
What was that?
I actually agree, and that is. I feel like that's such an unpopular opinion. Everybody, and it's also super polarizing. People either really like pulp or they get horrified if you mention that you like pulp.
What am I doing?
I've never found people like the radical pulp centrists.
The pulp centrist. Pulp, no pulp. It's all good to me.
Cookies.
Oh! Zem, feed me.
All right, I'll feed you. They're double stuff as well.
Double stuffed.
All right, you ready?
Yes. Oh.
You want one, Amber?
Do we have to change this to a social eating stream now?
They're just like ASMR.
Do they still have that thing where if you have any sort of gameplay on a social eating stream, you get banned? Because that was a thing for a while. I
That is
don't-
a thing?
Yeah, I don't know if people remember that, but that was totally a thing. They would actually like ban streams for 24 hours if you had any sort of gameplay on a social eating stream.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know. Twitch has made, for all the amazing things that Twitch has done, like I will always laud Twitch for having a very creative team of people who do what they do to make this website amazing. But every now and then they make a decision, I'm like, eh. And that's one of them.
Can you make that sound again?
What?
Okay. Oh, that's scary.
I don't know if you were talking to me or not.
Oh, yeah, I said, can you make that sound again?
Eh.
Thank you. All right.
How do you prefer to eat your Oreos?
I'll just put the whole thing in my mouth and just... Okay. Never mind. Oh, God.
Yeah.
What have I done? What is after Catch Scouts? Oh, okay, actually my favorite. This is a fantastic mission. So now we've actually earned the jet board like in the context of the video game, so like we're not stealing it. Like we're at the point where the game just gives it to us. And of course to showcase your very first like Babby's first jet board, we get to do this mission that we get to do a mission that basically takes advantage of like all of the Zoomers or the Jetboard's mechanics, and you have to catch these like bird-like, like low-flying bird metalheads that they call scouts, and it's a really cool mission because there's like quick kills where you can catch them by like sneaking up on them in really specific ways, and we'll see in a second. There is a bit of a driving segment first, so.
Sicky, what's your favorite kind of Oreo?
My favorite kind of Oreo is the like funfetti.
Really?
Yes, I love funfetti.
All right. Mine is the cinnamon bun.
Also
flavor.
good.
Red velvet's pretty solid as well. That's interesting.
Which one?
Amber said that she likes golden double stuff.
I don't know if I've had golden double stuff.
Hard agree. Hard
Really?
agree. Yes, best.
Oops.
I'll think that was a shot.
Yeah, seriously, I don't know if I've had that golden double stuff. I'll
So
add
is-
it to my shopping list.
Is this the first time you've been on this this like upper?
Yes,
Part?
the overpass. I
Yeah,
believe
the
so.
overpass. That's the word for it. Not that that even matters. I say that as if it's an important part of the speed run.
The overpass does get its like little 15 minutes of fame in any percent when you're leaving the Baron, because you can get epically trolled in overpass. Okay, so right now what we're doing is going back to the same like Haven Forest that we went to. Remember that big hover that we did?
Oh yeah, the big hover.
Yeah, that big hover. We're just going back there, but for a different purpose. So you'll recognize it.
So Sicky, you're
Watch
about.
this.
Oh, sorry. Go. You
Stop.
do your thing.
Okay. I just love doing that.
That's like in Ratchet 2. If you have enough momentum, you can there's a bomb glove. You can throw out a bomb and then hit yourself with the bomb you just threw out.
Yeah,
if you
isn't
have
that
enough
great?
speed. I love that kind of stuff in games.
It's so good. Yeah, in this mission, like you can't take damage, so it's like I don't care. I'll just take a couple. Okay. Also, listen to Daxter. He's like, use your jet board. He says it like with this like.
He's just really excited.
It's not that dramatic, but it's pretty funny. Whoa. Okay.
I liked your rendition better though. I
Use the
think
jet board. Use the Jack. Use the jet board. And got him. Okay.
it was like
This game is so dark, I can like barely see.
back when I was in undergrad, my friends and I, we would meme SpongeBob as most people our age do at some point.
Most
And-
mid 20 somethings.
What's that?
Most mid 20 somethings.
Oh yeah, exactly. It comes with the age bracket, and I remember we remembered the line as if SpongeBob said, "Thank you, sir," and then we rewatched the episode. He's just like, "Thank you, sir," and we're just like, "Whoa, we really missed that one." So yeah, Sicky had I was talking through it, babbling like an idiot, but he had a pretty clutch landing on the third one.
Yeah, this was almost perfect, and then I kind of messed up the quick kill on. Okay, that was such a good catch, Scouts, though. Because yeah, the quick kill on the third one is the really hard one.
I promise I'll stop yammering, as much so that you can actually talk about the game now.
It's just hard because like, like things will like come up and I'll be like, oh right, this is something I really want to point out, and then I'll just like bulldoze over you.
No, that's fine. By all means, you're the runner. You've got total priority here.
Okay, we're gonna mission reset because this is faster than waiting for the platform. Okay, so crew is gonna pop up. There's this weapon stealer who communicates with you and gives you like missions and assignments, and he's gonna talk to us right now. When he opens it up, like the way he talks is just so funny. He's like, "Jack, I need you to go out to the port." I think it's this mission when he does it. Just waiting for it to pop up. It's around here. Ow. Jack, this is crew. Anyways, I guess I find that to be really funny for some reason. It's just really amusing to me. I'm gonna stop talking now.
Well, that means that I have to do the talking, and I don't think they want that.
Donations?
Oh, perfect.
Yes,
Good, I
please
saved you.
save me from this.
We have $5 from Ruh, aka Ronaldo Fortnite, which says halfway done with this run, and this run has been completely derailed, and I'm loving it. Shout outs to everyone reading their kids' diaries. Also, shout outs to Sicky's sleep schedule.
Shout out to the lack thereof.
We have $5 from Unphobic, which says, "Dear Diary, this mean speedrunner was insulting me for my fashion sense. Like, I swear, he doesn't understand the style that being edgy brings to my life. And orange juice, known as zombie juice, is metal as heck. Just saying."
Looks like we just there was someone watching who just was appealed to every single thing that we hated on, and he's just like, I cannot believe what I'm watching right now. Like, he's sipping his orange juice, he's wearing his goth outfit, and he's writing in his diary, and he's just like,
While he eats a blueberry muffin.
yeah. And he's like, I am being attacked.
And he also has like a box of like thin Oreos, like the one Oreo we didn't mention.
We have $5 from Clever Pigeon, which says, I've never had a diary, and I don't drink orange juice or eat blueberry muffins, and I still feel like you've ruined my life, Zen.
He has that effect on people.
I really do.
What the heck? Why did it pause? Never mind. Moving on.
There's a show on Netflix called Russian Doll, and one of the lines in that show, like, this guy is just a total scumbag, and he's like sleeping with this one guy's wife, and the guy goes up to him and says, "Why? Like, why did she pick you?" And he's like, his line is, "She didn't choose me. I'm the hole where a choice should be made."
Oh.
And that's basically just like my influence on people in the speedrunning community. It's like nobody chose to be around me. I just kind of imposed myself.
Yeah, you just you just see an opportunity to fill a gap, and you just take it. Like, that guy looks like he's misguided. He looks like he has a poor judgment of character. I'll go befriend him.
But yeah, fantastic show. I highly recommend it.
Okay. Sounded really dismissive. I didn't mean it like that. I'm very bad at talking when I play Jak 2.
Once again, I think you get a pass because you're doing a speed run. I was talking about this during Josh's run, but sometimes people have unrealistic expectations of what people can and can't do during a speed run.
Right.
Like, people can get really uppity if you just like don't say hi to them when you're in the middle of doing like the hardest part of the run. What would you say is the hardest part of the run for you, though?
For me?
Yeah.
Act 2 is very hard. There's a mission called Hellcat Cruisers, and that mission is a nightmare. And like I can confidently say that is the hardest mission for me. Like, it's not up for debate.
Okay.
How soon is that?
That is coming up in about 25 minutes. And yeah, I'll let you know. Ouch.
So we're still in Act 1 currently?
No, we entered Act 2. We're about maybe halfway through Act 2.
Okay, so that was, I assume, the Baron Praxis was the end of Act 1.
Actually, the end of Act 1 is remember when I said that thing about putting something in my mouth?
Yes.
That was the end of Act 1.
And you know what? That's the perfect thing you could have said, because I could not tell you where you were in the game.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you remember the part when I did the boosted inside Dead Town? And I thought, oh, wait a minute, I also made that like double entendre. I'll say that.
Knee deep in the Oreo discussion.
Yes. Get away from me. I was like booping them with my
Such
gun.
a cute, like, puppy thing.
The crocodile.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
That's a little more horrifying than I thought it was now that I actually take a good look at it.
Yeah, and Daxter's like, there goes that crocodile again. Get away from me. They're not letting me end the mission because they're in the proximity of the waypoint.
Let's get these two to core.
Okay. This is the longest mission reset. What? Ooh, hi. Oh, jeez. Okay. Here you go. Look, it's just going to sit here for like 8 years. I don't know why it does that. I don't know why it takes so long. Okay. This mission's also kind of hard.
So how long do you think, I mean, this is kind of, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of like good questions to ask somebody who's run this category for a bit. Like, I don't know, how hard would it be to have to memorize this entire route or something like that? Like, let's say I'm a new runner, I'm interested in this kind of a category.
This route is pretty like, I've never really truly committed the run to memory, hence my notes. I don't mean to say that, make it sound like a new runner shouldn't approach this category.
Yeah, I mean, usually, I'm sorry to cut you off there. A lot of people would recommend like any % categories to start with, generally, right? Like in this
Jak
game.
2 any % is definitely what I would recommend as like a starter if you were trying to get into this game. Mostly because the other ones, like basically, you go from either like a really pared down speedrun to like, what the heck? What was I saying?
You were talking about like making a transition from any % to all missions.
Yeah, any other category is just going to be a lot more robust, and use the same kind of tech, but just apply a lot more. and in ways that like any percent is a really good way to like I don't know. I guess I don't know what I'm getting at here.
So what are the different, like what are the
like the different categories are, for
Yeah.
example, there's any percent, and then there's all missions. There's hoverless, which actually is a pretty cool alternative to any percent. It's about the same length, and it uses wildly different tech. So actually, I didn't consider that. That's another good like starter category. Hoverless basically mean you're omitting the use of that hover glitch, which results in you having to take very different paths throughout a lot of the missions.
And I imagine it's you know, having done a bunch of different categories in other games, I could imagine it's sort of the same way in Jak 2, where it's like for every additional category that you add on, you gain like that much more knowledge about the ins and outs of everything that can go wrong in this game. Like, you know, all the What?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It just does not look like a two-thing vehicle.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can hop onto any vehicle. It's better to take them on the zoomers because it's very fast.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, basically what we're doing right now is these lurkers from the first game. There's this one like sentient lurker that's trying to save his friends who are seemingly not sentient. It's sort of like a goofy Pluto kind of situation. And they've been kidnapped by the Crimson Guards in like the city, so we're trying to free them. There's actually 2 of these missions.
Okay, speaking of Goofy and Pluto, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you think which one has it worse? Goofy having to like the need to wear pants, or like what I'm trying to say is, so Goofy gets to speak, but he has to wear clothes, and Pluto doesn't have to speak and he gets to be naked. Like, who has it better in that position, do you think?
I would much rather have the ability to speak and need to wear clothes.
Yeah, but like let me rephrase this. I don't know if you get it, you know?
Yeah, you see, I don't think you're listening to me. You don't have to wear pants. Okay, Zim, you're right.
I'm done. Don't worry.
I have a related question.
Yeah, go ahead, Lila.
What do you think about Mickey Mouse having a dog as a pet and also as a friend?
Wait, so he'd be my friend and my pet? I don't. My dog is my friend and my pet. Like, I don't understand.
Sicky, I think you really don't understand what we're asking of you here.
Okay. I am really confused, I guess.
You just don't get it, do you?
Okay. One more time. I'm listening very closely.
We're taking your name out of the Disneyland prize pack drawings.
No. I am so beyond confused. Basically what it sounded like you were asking me was, would you rather be Pluto and like not have to wear clothes or something, but you can't talk? And I was like, no, that's horrible. Why would I choose that?
But Pluto's also like one of the most aware creatures in the Disney universe. Like, Pluto always knows what's going on.
Like, I've never thought about it like that. I don't really I don't spend a lot of time in that.
So like clearly Pluto has like, you know, awareness.
Does he?
Don't look at me like that.
I don't know. I'm just like, you're trying to rationalize this, and I'm just like I don't know. Does he?
We'll let the chat decide on this one. Let's
I failed
move on.
the mission.
Yeah. So
I don't want to retry it. Oops. Okay. You are distracting me.
Can we change the subject with donations?
Yes, please. Please.
Okay. Apparently a lot of people want you to eat Oreos because we have a $10 donation from Lat Mackey, which says, "Thank you, Sicky, and the entire tech crew for never freaking out and doing a great job with the stream. How are you still awake?" Donation goes towards more feeding of Sicky.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
And we also have $5 from Munchakoopas, which says, "Hey Sicky, are you on that new diet where you only eat foods that begin with vowels? I try it. For breakfast, I had eggs and Oreos. And for dinner, I'm having asparagus and Oreos."
We've got 2 more Oreos here.
Well, is that a Nutrigrain bar?
You want to try that one again, champ?
Is that a Nutrigrain bar that you're holding, Amber?
No, it's the peanut butter dark chocolate thing you gave.
Oh, yes, those are bomb, actually. Yeah.
We're just going to be feeding him for the next 10 minutes. Just various assortments of food.
How's it gonna take him 10 minutes to eat 2 Oreos?
He takes his okay, so it's like equivalent exchange. He goes fast in the game.
Oh,
He goes
come
a
here.
little slower in other things.
Gotta break all the support cables.
Clearly, I'm the only one who's watched Full Metal Alchemist here. All right.
The art of, like, what is it? Deconstructing and reconstructing matter.
Wait, did somebody just yell at me?
Oops, oops, oops.
Wait, what did you say? All right, sit down. Get out of here.
But Zam, it is not an all-powerful art.
You want another Oreo?
No. Not really. Okay, I need help. This is bad. You guys are so incredibly distracted.
All right. We did it.
I cannot function right now.
We totally fragged that weenie.
Dude. Now I'm a weenie. Frag. Dude, you just like flashbangs like that noob.
Yeah, dude. What can I say? I'm just elite haxer.
Dude, Haxor. Elite. Dude, nice use of elite speech.
Yeah, thank you. I can't believe we found that funny. You know, like
It was a much simpler time. Okay, okay. Come on, come on. Thank you. I don't even know why I'm laughing anymore. It's just funny.
I really want Google to, like, you know how they have the themed, like, Google homepage? Just like the letters will be themed in a certain way. I really want them to have a Rage comic theme someday. It's just each letter just a different, like, character from Rage comics. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Am I the only one?
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Watch this cool trick. You don't have to ride the elevator up. You can just like hover out of bounds, load the upper area, and just void out, and then it's like faster because we're right at the carrier. Is it round 2?
Do you need any water? Here, I gotcha. Just keep your eyes on the game. Keep your eyes on the game, champ.
Stop.
Way back. Never mind.
It's okay, I gotcha.
Oh, come on.
Aren't you so glad you asked us to be on your couch?
Yes. No regrets.
That's one well down. 5 to go.
So is this their take on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater?
No.
Okay, respectable answer.
Let's try that one more time.
Three wells cut. Only 3 to go.
Okay, so.
The 4th well. 2 bad boys left.
You got this.
We're trying to blow up these eco wells by throwing little grenades in them. And the grenades are live, so
5th well. Only 1 to go.
we have to like make sure we do it real fast.
Wait, can the grenades just like blow up while you're holding them?
Well, that timer, once that hits 0,
Oh, and then you just
all the
die.
grenades
Yeah.
are like.
Thank goodness you blew up those wells. I sure don't want any more metalheads coming around here. Good work, boys.
That death abuse is so funny to me every time.
Yeah, because it's just easier to do that than having to listen to him talk.
man,
You
he's
can
your
interpret
friend.
that in so many different ways.
So, any donations?
Yeah, do we got anything?
Yeah, we got $5 from Dan Bilzerian.
Dan Bilzerian is how that's pronounced.
Okay, Dan Bilzerian, which says, I'm really enjoying this Jack 2 all Oreos speedrun.
Thank you, Dan Bilzerian.
Oops, all Oreos. That was a nice proxy I got. Okay, now we can finally do this mission. All right, so this is gonna be a rail shooter.
Man, I can't believe Dan Bilzerian just donated during your speedrun.
During my speedrun. Is this real life? I'm starstruck.
So, what's going on here?
So there's this big ship that is firing at us, and we need to take out all of its little components, as you can see. And in doing so, I have to collect myself a little bit.
That's okay.
So
If you need me to do any more ranting, I got you. While you
this would be a
compose
great
yourself.
time for a rant. Basically, we're trying to destroy this ship because it's evil, because the Baron owns it. And I don't know what its express purpose is, but it's just bad, so we have to blow it up. Like, a lot of these missions are just really just like, you just show up, and they're like, I need you to take out this big ship. And you're like, on it, boss. So.
Man, it's... Actually, I was about to spoil Shadow of the Colossus, so I'm not going to continue. I can't ruin good things.
I really want to know how you, like, navigated from Jak 2 to Shadow
I'll
of the
tell
Colossus.
you later.
All right.
People who have played through the game probably followed. I don't know. Have you played it?
Yeah, I love it.
Oh. Well, then you could have probably followed it, but you were in the middle of a speed run. So, you know, you get a pass.
I see.
As you
Okay.
said, fast at some things, a little slower at others.
Damn, dude, you're savage.
That was brutal.
Did you want the last Oreo, by the way?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh God, this again. Okay, before you put, before this happens, I want to explain that this is my favorite mission in the game because it just looks so freaking cool, and you'll see why. Okay, so. Oh, cool. So we're gonna go out of bounds like this. We're gonna try to load a certain area in the game, like that.
Exiting city.
Okay, so this is actually really dark. I hope I can do this. Oh my God.
Yeah, this is like, oh wow. What am I looking at?
Okay, thank God. Okay.
All right.
Oh. Okay. Oops.
So where exactly are you right now? I take it you're in some sort of sewer system.
Yeah, I'm in the sewer system. The place where we're shooting at those turrets, at the like kind of near the beginning of the run, and we're doing like some parkour. It's all like flooded, and we're draining it because hidden deep, like in the bottom of the sewers, is this artifact left there by the precursors, who are like the Oracle from Jak 1 and stuff. It's like those people. So we're trying to uncover it. Let's see. So we're just hitting all these valves. Each one drops it by another level. And it's my favorite mission just because that weird out of bounds stuff at the beginning is super fun.
Yeah, it actually is really cool looking. Yeah. So how Never mind. Just don't worry about it.
I feel like this like commentary has just like devolved into just like the first halves of sentences.
Did you want that other Oreo, by the way?
Yes.
Right here.
We got time for a couple donations.
Only if they're from Dan Bilzerian again.
Yeah, this is a Dan Bilzerian donation only.
Can I just change everyone's name to Dan Bilzerian? Does that work?
Yes.
No, we got $10 from RM, aka Dan Bilzerian, which says, second donation just so I can fund the Feed the Starving Sickynar Foundation.
Thank you.
And for Calithon as well.
Every Oreo counts.
Thank you, RM.
And we have a $1 donation from Phantom-ish, which says, I'll donate us to 30K right now if Zem guarantees he will spend the entire next year's event on the couch for every single run.
I don't think anyone wants that other than you.
You think you want that.
No, like, there's several people in the chat that actually have said that they want this. It says, I've never been so entertained by a run in my life. Keep him on the couch.
I mean...
Can you just agree so we can get to 30K?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not.
Yeah, you're basically saying you don't want us to like hit these incentives.
Yeah.
Like,
And also, Jeff said he would
Yikes,
take a
dude.
pie to the face if we hit 30K, so.
Oh my god. That's well worth it. All right, yeah, I'll agree. We'll have to convince a lot of runners.
like listen,
like
okay.
a lot of runners, but I'm down. I need my arsenal though. I need this another box of Oreos. And,
You're gonna be feeding a lot of gamers.
This Keyblade balloon animal thing. We have rations.
Pringles? I haven't had a Pringle in like literally like 5 years.
Hold on, let me make sure they're not poisoned first.
Okay, yeah, you eat one first.
I think I'll be the worthy sacrifice here.
Oops.
Thank you. We appreciate that, Seraphim. Great guy. He ran Sonic Adventure 2. He did the dark character thing, whatever it is, the evil people, the bad guys. Dark story, that's what it is. Oh my god, the ultimate gamer chip. Cool Ranch Doritos. Look at this, Sicky. Ask and ye shall receive. All right. Here's a Pringle as well. Oh, yeah, get that nice crunch on the microphone.
And with that, we got $10 from Wandering Mind, which says, Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say I'm enjoying this Jack 2 run. I could go for some Oreos. Should I have some milk with my Oreos or just eat the things?
Well, I am getting whole milk in like 3 missions from now, so it's at the bottom.
Just make sure you eat them without the skin.
You eat milk without the skin? What?
No, the Oreos without the skin.
Oreos have skin?
Are you
But also
implying that
the milk
cookie,
without the skin.
I'm lost.
Are you implying that the cookie is the skin? And that the cream
Who says
is
that?
The cream is the sauce.
No. Okay. That's bad. This is a bad problem.
Wait, that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Here you go. Now you're good to go. Nothing can stop you.
Really bad. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. You know what? All right. This is death abuse.
We're gonna slow
okay,
down a
that
bit. We're
was-
gonna slow our roll, as they say. You let us know when you need to be fed.
Okay. I see. Can I have a little bell?
A what?
A bell, like ding 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 ding.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
And then
amazing.
I just open my mouth and you just like.
Jingle my keys.
Okay. Thank you.
That's a good makeshift solution. I like that. Simple solutions for complicated problems.
Also, update, we're working on the bell right now.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
All right, so where are we at in this run now? What are we doing here exactly?
Okay, let me tell you. So right now, actually, this is Hellcat Cruisers. This is the.
Oh, the one that you hate.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
the one that I despise with every fiber of my being. And you'll see why. It's just really difficult because it's like you need to drive around and like blow up these like really tanky cars, and like all the guards freak out on you and you're chasing them down and they have guns too, and it's like the big tanky ones have guns too, and it's like a complete nightmare.
Which is the one? I feel like there's always like, oh, what do you want? What do you want?
Doritos.
Which is that one where you have to escort the 3 people through the sewer system?
Oh, sewer escort, yeah.
Okay. When's that coming up?
That's going to be like in an hour.
Gotcha. I think that's the one I always remember at being a kid. That one annoyed the crap out of me. I imagine that's probably the case with some people. Or maybe I'm just a garbage gamer. I guess we'll find out. I guess the chat will be the decider of that.
I think the actions speak for themselves.
Hey, there's a difference between garbage gamer and garbage human.
That's a good point. You're actually a really good gamer, so that's like, you know.
Again, equivalent exchange.
Okay. You see what I mean about this mission? It's just like, oh my god, just constant bombardment. I need to find another 2-seater.
It seems like the gun just does whatever it wants to. Sometimes.
Oh, like the,
Like when it's trying to lock on to the things you're supposed to be shooting down.
I don't understand the like algorithm behind, okay, like aim assisting sometimes in this game. It's really weird, yeah.
Also, so can you kind of go through, I get the difference between the red gun, like that's more of a shotgun kind of thing, and the yellow one is like more of a...
Yellow one's more of like a rifle.
Yeah.
And the Vulcan Fury, the blue one, is more like a machine gun. It's
Okay.
weaker, but it's really high like damage output.
And then the Peacemaker is the purple one, right?
Yeah, the Peacemaker is just like it's just OP, like electricity balls that like chain on enemies. It's crazy. It's like the sci-fi gun.
Yeah. And there's no additional forms for guns, right? That's Jack 3. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, I'm right. Cool. I like being right.
Okay, this is a problem. Just die. Yikes, dude. Okay.
Yeah, this mission is a pain in the
Yeah,
butt.
this mission
Holy
is
crap.
nuts, because you only get so much blue ammo, and I've already spent all of it, so now I have to deal with... Now I have to take care of this one using yellow ammo, which is very slow, but it inevitably happens on the last couple. Like, this is to be expected.
Yeah, so it's like one of those things that you just get used to over time and just like, like you just deal with it.
Yeah, it's like this... Like, you usually go through at least, like, 2 or 3 on this mission.
Is there an HP...
I just need to get in a vehicle right now so that I don't, like, get blown up.
Is there an HP difference between the different vehicles as well? Like, obviously there's a size difference.
Yes, the 3-seaters I think have a lot more like capacity to take damage, and then the 2-seaters are kind of like second, and then the Zoomers are just incredibly sensitive.
Okay. I love that you just have the car keys. Like,
Yeah, I'm just holding them.
you guys can't see it because the rest of his hand is blocking it, but he's like gripping them with his pinky.
I want Pringles. Do y'all remember that water slums mission?
We have a solution now. We have.
Is that a nut button?
It is a nut button.
Hallelujah.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna give it a test press.
Nice.
Wait, I'm gonna put it up close to my mic so everyone can hear it.
In the words of Josh, you Jack 2 runners just hover over your problems. I'm just skipping the water slums mission with this hover because it's god awful.
When Mewtwo King wins Grand Finals.
I don't understand.
Don't worry about it.
You know you want it to be H-Box.
Don't get me started.
That probably looked really weird. And it kind of was. There we go. Okay. You tell me what it says under...
I'll put the nut button
okay,
on your,
thank you.
like near your knee.
Oh, wait, can you flip the page? Because we're actually at whole milk now.
Sure. At whole milk. Class 3 race.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Got time for a quick donation?
Yes.
Cool. We have $5 from the parking meter, which asks, Zem, how did you end up with your wrist brace?
Funny you should ask, parking meter. That seems like a very specific name.
I get it.
So I sprained my wrist exactly a week and a day ago by attempting to jump over a parking meter, and I almost made it. That's the story.
So you're saying you got it from a doctor?
Oh, the wrist brace. Yeah, specific. I hate you. What do you need?
Oh, I just wanted to hit the nut button.
Oh, okay. Hey, you get one.
Oh. We have $10 from CMM1215, which says, Hey, Sicky, glad to see your run going well. If you press the nut button with your face while you play 3 times in a row, I'll donate another $10.
Here, I'll hold it up.
No, I have to do it.
Okay. What a champion.
Why, yes, please. I would love Doritos with my Nutri-Grain bar.
Would you like some milk with those Doritos?
If we had milk right now, that'd be lit. I do have water. Let me see. I'll have an opportunity to like drink the water in a second, actually.
Oh, we're playing Jack X?
Yes, this is Jack X Combat Racing.
Where's the combat?
Yeah.
Zem, don't ask questions.
It's right here. I don't know.
My leg!
My leg! My pencil! I don't know why I just brought that bit up.
We have a $1 donation from Cliffy Cliff, which says, Hey, Sicky.
Cliffy!
Good luck on the rest of your run. I got up just in time to see it. Also, how's it looking with those hoodies?
Oh, the hoodies are, yeah. They're, I got these hoodies that have my little ghost on them. It's like merch.
Is it a scary ghost?
No, it's a cute ghost.
Cute things can be scary.
Example.
Those like what?
I think Amber is saying she's cute but scary.
Oh, I missed that. Might be, as they say.
As the youth say.
As the youth say. So 5 laps, huh?
5 whole laps. There's actually a lap skip for this one, but it's kind of bizarre and not entirely consistent, so I figured for marathon safety I'm going to omit it. What's next?
Oh, whole milk. No, sorry. 30 metalheads.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so now we're going to kill 30 metalheads, and this mission is like, once again, I don't really remember, like, I don't know if there is much of a context other than, like, metalheads have infested the Haven Forest. You have to go and kill 30 of them, and then you go and do exactly what they tell you to do.
Yo, speaking of whole milk, did you hear about this thing that some people do? This was, like, kind of trending on Twitter. They
Oh, God.
They, like, some people will take a glass, and they'll fill it halfway with, like, whatever soda they like to drink, like Coke or Pepsi or whatever.
Oh, God.
And then the other
I don't
half,
like
they
where
just
this is
fill it up
going.
with milk.
Ew. Why?
Apparently, it's like a root beer. Everyone's just gone.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, I guess a root beer float's
It's-
kind
it's-
of
it's
like
like a
that.
root beer
It's
float, but,
soda
like-
and like in like cream based.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's good. I'm not defending this behavior. I'm just saying it exists.
Come on, Zam. Come on.
Is that the basic concept of a white Russian, though?
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
So it can't be bad.
Yeah, it can't be that bad, or else, you know, if it's good enough for the Big Lebowski, it's good enough for us. Just like peeing on a rug, I guess. I don't know.
Peeing on a
Whatever the point of that, the impetus of that movie is. What do you need?
I don't know.
It's just too tempting.
It's like a. Oh right. This is the moment I was referring
yeah.
to.
Stay hydrated.
Just a reminder, if you do want to donate towards the marathon, we have lots of prizes available, and you can take a look at calithon.com and donate there as well.
The prize pool is actually amazing. I donated some cash myself to get entered into that because there was just some really, really cool prizes. I think I had my eye actually on the Disney posters. I thought that was actually really creative. It's like they explained it before on stream, but for anybody who didn't hear about it, if you donate like at least $50 throughout the marathon, which obviously we don't have a whole lot of time left, but there's like these posters that are video game characters on Disney-themed rides. Like, so for example, like instead of Haunted Mansion, it's Luigi's Mansion, and it's like the same art style that they would have on a Disney poster. I thought it was really cute. I don't know. That was just my personal favorite.
There was one for Celeste instead of the Matterhorn Mountain that looked like really,
Oh,
really
that
good.
one was beautiful.
It was so good.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys got a really sick prize haul this year. I don't know what it's been like for past years because this is my first time here.
It's better.
Okay.
It's awesome. And just $50 to get in on that. So.
Yeah.
Yikes! That guy just came out of nowhere. So the gimmick of this level is that they're all cloaked and they're like hidden around, which is really painful for speedrunning because their movement's like random. So you really do just have to kind of hope like you just stumble across them.
Is there like a proximity thing, but until they get revealed?
There are
like
general regions where you can assume that they'll like exist.
Okay.
But after they like spawn, they could really go anywhere. Like this one is just over there.
Okay, so you can
A
like
lot of
kind of
times
see
they
the
like
outline.
to be. Yeah, you can see like the glow of like the metalhead gem. A lot of times they like to hang out in that like little area, like in between those rocks, and up here. There's always like at least one up here. I'm gonna do a map check. You can lose like 7 or so seconds just doing a quick map check, which indicates to me there actually are 2.
Seems like it's pretty useful to have the. Like it seems like it'd be more useful to have to waste the 7 seconds than risk just like completely glancing over one of them.
Yeah, like in that case, if I were to have missed those ones, it would have cost me so much more time than just checking my map.
Yeah, this mission seems like a pain in the butt.
It is, and it's not very. It doesn't feel fast because you're just like bleh.
You know, it seems
Usually
like a
it's
poor
over.
strategy to cloak yourself and then just like try to shoot your target from really far away.
And
Especially
also,
if you're-
like,
oh, sorry,
you'd
go
think
ahead.
they'd come up with a way to cloak their metalhead gem thing,
Yeah.
and yet. Okay, the last 3 are always 3 spiders over here. So once you have 3 left, you kind of know what you're in for.
You want to do some donations while you're finishing this up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We just got one from CMM1215. Once again, a $10 donation. As promised, here's another $10 for the nut combo. That was truly beautiful. I'll make one last donation for $50 if Zem sings a short song about Jack 2. Cheers.
Wow.
Are there even songs that exist about Jack 2?
You could make one up.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Yeah, just make like you know.
I actually, okay, I'm going to need to like think about some lyrics here because I don't trust myself to improv lyrics that do not center completely around potty humor. Own in minigame.
I feel that so hard.
What if you just sing the notes?
What if I just sing the notes?
Notes.
Oh,
the
yeah,
notes.
sing the all missions notes.
All
That's
right,
a good
this
idea.
is all right. This is gonna be the the Jack 2 all missions route. We're going to have a little song here. It's going to. So first you got your scatter, and then you go to Sig, and then you go to Sewer Turrets, Blaster, course, Stadium, Torn, and then the Vin, and then the Eggs, and then Ashland, and the Dark Bomb, and the Temple Gear Return. Power switches, bearing money, more people protect Nut. is that Nut or Hut?
Let's protect it.
Anyway, moving on. Catch the scouts and then help Ashland in the bazaar. And then we escort kids and cargo destroy. Lurkers talk to crew. Equipment at, what is this?
Equipment at dig.
At dig. Good, and then you get the equipment at the dig. And then you do the whales. And then
Do the whales, eh? I don't remember that mission.
What is that? What is that? I can't read. This is hard. Elo.
Eco wells.
Eco wells.
Eco wells.
Eco whales and destroy the ship and train the stewards. Talk to crew again. You like to talk to this crew
You
guy a
talk
lot.
to crew hella, dude.
And then you skip the onion, seal that dig, and Hellcat Cruisers. The seal that slums, the whole milk.
Oh, man.
And we're at Class 3 of the race. And then 30 metalheads, and then the owner mini game. Seal pieces. What's that one?
I can.
It looks like somebody's tomb.
Mars tomb.
Mars? That's Mars? You gotta work. You gotta. Mars tomb, and then any percent. Yeah. Just do that.
I think we got to get a few more $50 donations for that one. That was fantastic.
So we have Parappa the Rapper here. First we had Jack X Combat Racing. We've had Grand Theft Auto. Now we have Parappa the Rapper. What other games do you play while you play Jack 2?
What other games do I play? You play Whack-A-Mole.
Okay. I also, I think I kind of devolved into a Scott Stapp kind of thing there at some point. Like the guy from Creed, with arms wide open. You know, like the...
I think you need more wind blowing in your hair.
With arms wide open, under the sunlight. Just get a fan blow. I can't. What? Well, I don't know if I'm getting like the. I don't get the stream of air here. Yeah. That's okay. It's fine. You try. I appreciate the commitment. He tried to open up the door so that like air would blow through and like rustle my hair in a very stereotypical early 2000s music video kind of way, but unfortunately it didn't pan out. Seraphim.
All it really did was cause chaos at the back of the room with all the blinds.
A fight has broken out behind me.
This is a no-hover zone.
Okay, so. Anyways, back to the run.
I think Creed gets a bad rep. You know, like they weren't great, but they did what they had to do. All right, anyway, you're. So as you can see, Sicky is hoverboarding, and he's presumably going somewhere.
He is on his way to a location where he will perform action and complete mission.
All right, so you did own in minigame, I assume, while I was singing.
Now I'm going to go combine all the seal pieces, and I'm going to shoot a giant laser at Mars' tomb, revealing a door.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're actually almost done with all the missions.
We're almost done with everything. Okay, so we're almost at like any percent. Not done with any percent. I mean, we're almost at any percent. Look at the sick grind.
Oh, Tony Hawk. We have to add that to the
That
list
is
as well.
Tony Hawk. No, I told you this is not Tony Hawk.
You just did a 50-50 on the grind rail. What do you expect me to say
It
here?
is so very dark here. Okay. Oh wait, no. That's not what I do. What were you saying?
Something about Tony Hawk. I don't remember. I'm just speaking to say words at this point.
It is so unbelievably dark. I cannot see where I'm going.
Yeah, the problem, honestly, a big issue that
This
people
is
might
not
not
the right direction.
something that people might not realize when you're doing a speedrun that is exclusively on a CRT is that a lot of CRTs have different default brightness settings.
I have no idea where I am. This is ridiculous. Is there a way to turn the brightness up on this TV?
Well, if anything, I don't want to like mess with anything too much, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to risk
Oh,
anything.
we made it. There we go.
Okay, you didn't even need me. Good job.
Okay. It's not like the TV's fault, but this game is just so dark. So it's
Yeah.
like, because like for example, my TV at home, the brightness is cranked to like 100%. It's like disgustingly bright. In any other game, it looks like terrible, but it's like makes Jak 2 like playable.
Yeah, same thing happens in a lot of like PlayStation games. They tended to. I mean, this is kind of a thing in most video games. A lot of these kinds of games, they centered around certain color palettes. Like at least, for example, like Ratchet 2's color palette is very similar to this game's color palette, and it's also pretty dark in some spots. So it's good to crank up the brightness on your TV or monitor.
Okay, so now we're gonna enter Mars Tomb. Oops. Okay. I'm gonna try that one more time. I'm trying to land in the elevator door, or in the elevator room, and I think I was a little offset or something, or I like bonked on like a piece of terrain. There we go. Okay, so this is officially any percent for the run, because the way any percent works is we perform a skip that enters Mars Tomb within like the first like 5 minutes of the run. And
Put your notes back on you. No, I'm not gonna do that to you. I'll just put them right here. Put them on the floor. That's good enough.
yeah, I don't need those anymore. Okay, and so now for the rest of the run, this is kind of similar to like what we actually do, like for the any percent route, because usually we just skip like the first 2 acts and go straight to Act 3. The only difference though is that we actually have the jetboard like a lot earlier. Oh. I have to do something real quick. I'm gonna re-enter the bounds here, because what I failed to do was load the boulder. So I'm gonna have to redo that segment.
And so you can kind of see, similar to how a lot of stuff he was able to load and deload. When you're doing all these out of bounds, oftentimes things don't always load the way you need them to. So you have to either go to certain spots, you have to do certain things to make those things load. And I'm not sure what the boulder is, but it's something that he...
So you'll see. So there was actually like an area where there was a bit of a gap and a cutscene didn't start, and it's because I didn't walk close enough to this area, and now you see it. It's like that green orb.
Oh, gotcha.
That was supposed to load, and you have to pass under the doorway of that like underground area that I was at in a really specific way. And I think I kind of was a little too far away, because in all missions, the way it loads is a little different than in any percent, and there's this like dark eco pool that like exists under the door, and if you go too close to it, you'll get like vaporized. And that usually isn't there in any percent, so it's like a little safer to trigger the boulder. It's just really, it's like one of those little tiny things that is different between the any percent in all missions and the any percent in like true any percent. Little tiny things are going to be different, like ammo count's going to be different. Weird stuff that like loads in depending on like what you do previously is going to be different. That actually doesn't lose me any time, because this part's like on a rail. Okay, and then coming up is going to be... Hey, Zem.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I can do it. I have...
Oh, you need the pillars?
Yeah, the tombstones. I can actually do it right now. There's a set of patterns that I need to reference here to solve a puzzle.
And there's a lot of different combinations of different things that can go on, so he just has a chart for it. You know, I never thought about this before, but some people consider that tassing. Like I've actually until somebody said, yeah, that's technically a task. I was like, oh, you're kind of
like
right.
tool assisted with like
yeah,
with
it's
like patterns and
just
stuff.
a very literal tool as opposed to what the computer does when you break it down and play it frame by frame. Technically, that would count, like a set of notes. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess notes would technically be tool assisted. I didn't do that quite right. I'm gonna try that again. What I'm trying to do is hover into like the room with like said puzzle that I'm trying to solve. It's
It honestly can't be.
We need to, can we turn the brightness up on this TV? Sorry.
It sounds like an excuse if you don't know a whole lot about like what he's trying to do, but like I can verify sitting right here that it is very, very dark, and he's doing a great job navigating what's going on this TV despite not being able to see anything.
Okay, I got it that time. Yeah, but let's see. Would I be able to have the brightness turned up? Sorry. Okay. Okay.
So how exactly does this work?
Depending on the first song you hear, you'll get a different pattern. And we know based on like hitting that bottom corner one, depending on the melody you get, you'll know immediately like which one you have to do, and then it's just a matter of following like the pattern.
Huh.
Yeah, it's kind of. There's only 6 set patterns, so it's actually not as intimidating as you'd think. Like, and there's only 6 melodies. So once you can memorize those, it just becomes a matter of just knowing how to follow the patterns and like reacting quicker. Okay, time for Praxis 2, which is we fought this guy already in Act 1, and this is sort of the end of Act 2, and this is kind of what triggers like the final phase of like the plot. Except this time he's like super powerful because he's obtained this thing called the Precursor Stone, and it's basically like a Philosopher's Stone. It gives you like superpowers. He doesn't have it yet, but he's trying to like steal it from that like big altar. And
so this
part
is Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, exactly. This is basically just like yeah, alchemy that he's using. Okay, so I'm trying to get an in the next phase where he shoots those bombs, I'm gonna try to get an extra hit on him so that instead of doing 4 damage per thing, I'm gonna try to get a 5th hit, and it's gonna overflow to the next phase, and that's just gonna make it a lot faster.
I like the beat going on here.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit that one. It's 2. It's 3. Okay, I only got 4. It's kind of random. You kind of want to hope that the bombs last a little longer to let you get that 5th hit. I did miss one, so that didn't really help. But let's see. Okay, he actually gave me really good like drops there too, because you can shoot these like really far away from you, and it makes this part like really difficult. And then he did an insta shoot, so this is like for missing the 5th hit, this phase is actually going really well.
I see why you would want to get that 5th hit now, though. This
Yeah.
is like kind of an arduous process here.
That was actually like a perfect 3rd phase minus
great.
needing
Wow.
to get 4 hits. Ah, there you go. Okay, drop that hover for a second. I was scared.
We got time for a couple donations?
Yo.
Alrighty, we got that $50 from CMM1215. Says, that was truly moving. I cried some more. Sem should really pursue that whole singing thing.
Who would do that to themselves?
We ha-
Certainly not me.
We have $15 from M9 Shyamalan, which says, nothing hits
Hey, M9.
Nothing hits my nut button quite like a quick Jack 2 Sickynar speedrun. Jokes aside, Sickynar's always been my portal into great speedrunning and is one of the nicest people. I hope to see you soon, bud.
Yeah, he's M9's a good friend of mine. Thank you, man. Hope I can see you soon.
And we have $5 from Monroe, which says,
Yo, Monroe.
"Hey Sicky, glad to see you running at Calithon. Please ban Zem from your couch in the future because he's too funny."
Zem, I just have too great of a time with you. It's just too much.
You know, we speedrunners, we take this very seriously. Humor is not allowed in speedrunning.
This is a serious thing. Like, you think this is a game? You think this is a video game?
When you walk in.
When you walk in, look at that. Damn, that's swagger. Okay. So, I'm gonna go for a really cool, like, I'm gonna go for a really cool, like, kind of like frame-saving strat here. I'm gonna try to do a hover. Oh my god, did I get it? Slide right into the door. I did! Oh, bullseye!
Oh, let's go! I don't know why that's hype, but I trust you. I trust you.
Because I just like, that hover is like only faster if you like go right into the door. And it's like a really precise hover.
Gotcha. Well,
I got it.
I'm glad. I'm happy that you're happy.
I'm really happy that you're
I think
happy.
we're all
that I'm
happy that he's happy, right? Yeah, can we get another round of applause for Sicky?
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm really upset by his happiness.
Well, I mean, you run Star Fox, so that makes sense.
You just want to see everyone be unhappy, Lilat.
Yeah. I'm miserable in my speed game, so you should be too.
Lilat, how did you feel about my Star Fox Pokemon Snap comparison?
It really hurt me that you're completely right.
So for those not in the loop, I realized very recently that because of all of the auto-scrollers and lag reduction and like very small moments of precise gameplay that are in both Pokemon Snap speedruns and Star Fox 64 speedruns, that they're basically the exact same game. And I was one of my good friends, Danimal Sounds. He's a Pokemon Snap runner. When he was here, I was ribbing him about that for like a day and a half straight, and it got to the point where he just started like beating me up in the motel room. So, you know, the truth hurts sometimes for both parties.
I love how both runners will hate that they're compared to the other game, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're both better.
Okay, so this is the sewer escort mission.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one.
With Jinx and Mog and then that one guy that I don't know.
Jinx, Mog, and third friend.
And yeah, in the credits, he's just friend 3.
There you are. Why don't you make
I love Jinx's like voice. There you are.
He's straight out of Brooklyn. He's like, yeah, just give me a coffee and some water.
Some water.
Man, these spider things, they keep hurting me. Please make them go away, Jack.
This doesn't sound like something he would say, though.
They're tearing me limb from limb.
Jack. I don't know. I'm too like sleep deprived to rip off of that right now.
Just keep in mind, if he weren't sleep deprived, he'd be throwing out some hilarious zingers.
Some real spicy zingers. So another example of how all missions in any percent are kind of different, because in any percent you would have about like half as much yellow ammo here and about like 10 times as much blue ammo. And it just makes some of the fights later a little different because you have to use different weapons because you just simply don't have the same kind of ammo you have.
Oh, that's slick.
Yeah, I love the movement there. It's really cool.
What would you say is your favorite movement in the game?
When you say movement, just like type of movement?
Like, you know, 5 to 20 second portion of the game.
Honestly, I'm going to say Drain Sewers. That whole deload segment is pretty fun.
That is really cool.
Okay, so this part we just literally have to wait for Mog to like show up because he's super slow. So we can just do whatever we want. We can just do laps around these guys or like jump on their heads.
We have a bit
Or
of a
drink
weird
water.
request,
Oh, crud.
by
I
the way.
waited too long. Yes.
We have $5 from Esterion, which says $5 because I love Jack, and another $5 if Zem sings the part of the chorus to "Fly Me to the Moon," but replaces all the verbs with yeet.
With the yeet. All right. Oh, you just have the word.
Yep, they're just there.
All right. Great. So I don't even know if I remember the melody to this song, but I'll try it. Yeet me to the moon, let me yeet among the stars. Let me yeet what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. If it's a song I knew better, I could commit a little bit more, but yeah, I'm woefully behind on my Sinatra.
Let's finish this.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you.
Okay, so that was the sewer mission. It ended kind of funny because like you actually end up like running out of your yellow, and a lot of times I end up having to use my red like I did at the end, and I was so low on health that mission is like low-key way scarier in all missions just because you don't have as much blue ammo, which makes that fight super easy.
So when you skip to Act 3, do you get all of the things that you would have normally gotten in Acts 1 and 2, like all weapons, all gadgets?
The game just assumes after you hit a certain like percentage that you've just already done stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Decontamination complete.
Yeah, that's also a very common thing in speedruns for those who don't know. Oftentimes the game will just assume that you have certain things if you get to a certain spot, because the way that it's coded, the game is basically saying, okay, there's no way you could have gotten here unless you had done all these things previously. So it works to Sicky's advantage in this game.
Mm-hmm. It just makes you like able just to like get going immediately after like doing Mars Tomb and stuff. Okay, time for bomb bots, which are these big laser spiders. And this mission's actually pretty cool. It has like a really swag like hover right at the start, and the tactical bomb by yours truly. Okay, so this one is kind of dependent on like what kind of pedestrian RNG I get. So that was pretty good. Nice. Okay, so I got it. I just like the way this hover looks because it's just like it just crosses over like 5 or 6 of these little roads.
I think doing the Scott Stapp impression ruined my voice. Like I think I'm just like really scratchy and gravelly now. Like I feel like very vocally fatigued. Why did I do that to myself, Sicky?
Because you care about your fans.
I'm a slave to the people. Amber's disapproving looks shock me to my core.
Got more time for donations?
Yes.
Cool. We have a $5 donation from Danimal Sounds, which says, Zem shouted me out, so I had to donate. Thanks, Zem. And then a really concerned sounding, hope you're okay. I don't know what you said, but if you need to talk to someone.
He very clearly does not know why I mentioned him. Like somebody just told him that I mentioned him, but didn't explain why, or else he'd be way angrier.
We have a $10 donation from Asterion, which says, that's all I wanted out of today. An extra $5 because I love basically everything about this run. Game, couch, Jack Frost pillow.
Is there another one? I think there's another one around here, right?
Yeah, there's one by the audio station.
Yeah, there's a little friend over there as well.
They're everywhere. They're multiplying.
And we have a $1 donation from Unphobic, which says, Dear Diary, the speedrunner clearly doesn't understand my visual design choices. Don't they understand that the dark and gloomy atmosphere helps set the dark, edgy, and mature theme of my game? I swear, Daxter is the only one who understands my dark soul.
You read those very well.
Yeah, I love your voice, like that super like, I don't even know what kind of voice it is.
It's like the South Park goth kids.
Yeah.
That's what I'm envisioning.
You just don't understand the darkness.
You just don't get me, okay?
That hurt my wrist.
Oh, is that
to catch,
the
but it's
other?
okay.
Is that the other wee little?
We have another little friend here.
Little clown thing.
That's fair. That's very fair.
I'm gonna go for a trick once It's these lap skips in this race that save 30 seconds total if you do it 5 times in a row, but it's really hard.
I'm going to place him right next to you.
And I just feel like it wouldn't be right if I didn't try to do it in a marathon run.
He's giving you a little hug. I don't know if you can feel his energy.
I can feel his energy source. his chi.
His big Richard energy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Hey, we got one.
Oh, that's so cool.
Okay. Let's go for 2, shall we? I'm feeling frisky.
So what would you say your like percent success rate is on this?
Like 90%.
Okay. So it's reasonable enough to assume you'll hit it every time, but every now and then.
The odds are good.
Yeah.
Like this should be fine. Okay.
That's so satisfying.
I love getting that. One more. Oh, yes, yes! Oh,
let's go!
Let's go!
That's so sick.
Alrighty then. That was pretty exciting. Also kind of terrifying. Okay, now we're gonna get the Peacemaker, which is that weapon that we mentioned. That's like super OP. Ouch.
I do that too sometimes. Like
I hear that if you die in the game, you die in real life.
It's just like a reflexive thing.
Yeah, it's like, ow. Here's a really weird checkpoint warp. It's another one of those, like, why? Like, why does this work? Okay. And now we're over here.
This game's weird.
You're weird.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, here's a really fun hover. We're going to hover directly into a room and cut like this big corner of the map. No, we're not. If you fail it once, there's like not really a point in trying to reset it up. And I didn't quite get a good angle, so I just decided to omit it. I'm getting some stressful guard spawns here right in my way.
My brain keeps assuming that you're about to do a crazy hover. And so like every time I see you jump, my brain's like, and now. No, now. Now.
And now.
And now.
And now. Okay, I can go for one here. I don't typically go for this strat, but it looks cool, so I'll go for it just for you. We're going to hover into this thing instead of going inside of it.
I've got suspicious activity in the sector.
Because you
Yeah,
can
this
just
is
do
nice.
this.
All right. He went for it for the swag, ladies and gentlemen. You have to respect that.
Okay. So this is the arrow race. I'm just going to go for ringless once because why not? This run has been weird. I'm just going to go for ringless, which actually you get rings in it, but you skip the last half of the rings and it can save up to like 10 seconds. So let's try it. It requires that you skip like this weird like... It's hard to explain, but basically you load the last half of the checkpoints, but for some reason the failsafe of like getting too far away from them like goes away, and you can just like ignore them for the rest of the race. Okay, so it's gonna be right here. And then instead of going all the way around this loop, I'm just gonna do this. And then I'd skip doing this huge loop, which saves a bunch of time. But we lose a little bit of that gain
because we don't get the boost from the rings. So the net gain is more closer to like 8, 9, 10 seconds instead of like the 15 that it like takes to go in the big loop. Although it is kind of stressful because this part can be kind of weird. Nice, okay.
So what happens if you do collect a ring here?
You fail because you have to do them in a sequence, and because
Gotcha.
we've skipped all the previous ones, it'll just get really upset with you. Okay, let's see. Ah, okay. That's a little scary. A wee sketch, but it worked. Okay, cool. We just did ringless. That's dope. Okay.
So he got it.
Nice.
That's really cool. Yeah, let's all applaud for him. While you were finishing that up, Amber was showing me Danimal Sounds has sent me a message saying that Jax, he specifically typed it as Jax and not Jack, proving that he knows nothing about this game to begin with. He said that Jax and Ratchet and Clank are the same speed game. So he basically
Story checks out.
He invalidated himself and is really salty. So not a good look, Danimal Sounds.
He's also asking me about running Star Fox 64. I think he wants to run it, and I've always kind of wanted to run Pokemon Snap, so...
See, I'm bringing communities together. I don't know why I'm the bad guy here.
Opening outer shield.
Yikes. Okay. We're gonna fly through this wall. And then we're gonna trigger a cutscene that's invisible. Like this. And the reason that happened is because when you go through the wall, you miss loading a checkpoint that has like a building, which is now here. But the cutscene trigger still exists, so you can just do like a front flip into it. I'm gonna try to save this. No, I can't. Never mind. I was trying to go for a cool trick there that like goes over the wall instead of through the air vent, but the hover dropped.
Did you want any more food, by the way?
You know, I am very satiated right now.
Okay.
Do we have time for donations?
Yeah, we have tons of time.
Okay, cool. So first of all, Amber just said in the chat that she would dab for $24,000.
A single donation of $24,000.
Yeah, that, sure, why not? No, when we hit $24,000. And on top of that, when we hit $25,000, we're going to have unlock an incentive where Calithon staff is going to come in here and play Donkey Konga All-Star by Smash Mouth on the bongos. And that's, sorry, Direct Relief staff. We have $6 from Six, which says, hey, lol.
Oh, 6.
We have $1 from Choto the Bright, which
Yo,
says,
Choto!
hello, old friend. Best of luck with the rest of your run. Big hugs. Love, Choto.
How's it going, Choto? It's been a while. It's like he's in chat or something. I'm just like saying, hi, how's it going?
You know, I'm pretty sick at Donkey Konga.
I love that game. I never played it until this marathon, and I fell in love with it. It's fantastic. At first, I thought it was pretty cursed because you can play like It's Been a While, but it's like Donkey Kong, and I'm like, this is no good. I'm gonna steer clear of this, and then eventually I'm like playing like that, like I'm playing like Headstrong and like that REM song, and I'm just
losing
like,
my religion.
yeah, losing my religion, and I'm just having the time of my life.
Yeah.
By the way, we're getting other pledges in the chat for things if we hit $24,000. Seraphim just said that he would hug Zem, which I don't know how consensual that is, but...
And you know,
He
I
won't
love
let
me some
go for
Seraphim.
several minutes.
What?
He won't let go.
He won't let go for several minutes. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better, so...
He hugged me for an hour and a half one time, and I thought I was going to die.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a good way.
Okay.
Definitely in a good way.
Whoa! He gives great hugs.
They're definitely wonderful.
Here, can we give the people a sample?
Says what?
Show it to the princess.
Hi. Oh, thank you. Oh, this is
Aw,
so nice.
yeah.
This is so nice.
He's an old friend of mine.
Oh, thank you, Seraphim. You're a great dude.
You're also great, dude.
Okay. Some of these trees are like have like collision and some don't, and like it can be kind of scary when you're doing that hover up there because like it's super easy to bonk, like I just did.
Something I just kind of noticed is the standard jump height of the hoverboard is actually really low to the ground.
Yeah, you can alter the height by like altering the length of time you press the X button.
Do you know how many different kinds of heights there are? Like, I know in...
You can do like crouch jumps in it too.
Yeah.
Like you can do that or like that. That wasn't really a good way to showcase it, but
Yeah. No, I think that's such a small detail a lot of people tend to overlook in platformers. Like, I know in Mario 64, I think it is, he has like 3 or 4 different jump heights depending on how long you hold it. It's just like one of those smaller things that people don't realize sometimes.
yeah, I think that's part of like the action platformer element to it is that there's a lot of fine tuning to the mechanics in this game, which is kind of a testament to why like it's, you know, it stands out because the movement is so tight and so like and like just in general like the movement is like there were a lot of like thoughtful considerations that went into designing it, you know, to make it feel more like smooth and responsive. So
We have a $5 donation from Angry Opera Singer. Zem, I don't know when you had time to donate, but
oh my god.
so I missed the rack run and wanted to just yell at Zem for a little bit. Zem, you dingus, you can't sing all the parts from Lucretia. That ain't how voices should work. Sicky is clearly smarter than you and also has a better taste in whimsical PS2 games. Donation goes to Jack Frost's choice.
I mean, you're acting as if I'm insulted like that isn't just the truth. Of course Sicky's cooler than me. Of course he's better at everything. Come on. It should be obvious.
I mean, just look at me.
Yeah, just look at him.
I'm just God, you know, it's like I'm just so cool.
Yeah.
Anyways.
The reference there for those who were wondering is that I'm an opera singer and I performed an opera recently, and then I did something for fun. I did the opera, but I sang all the parts by myself, so that's what they're talking about. It was really dumb. It was a bad idea.
It was, I can verify it was very dumb. Okay. It was a joke, Sam. Jeez.
Oh, I wasn't offended. I was going with it.
Oh, okay. Because you just didn't say anything, and I was scared. I was
Oh,
like,
no. I just, you know, I was at peace with it. No, you Gucci fam, as the kids say.
Okay, you'll notice I didn't take the airlock. I just kind of fell back into the world.
Well, what the
And now I
heck?
don't have a mini map, and now I don't have like pedestrians, and it's like just makes hoverboarding a lot easier, and it's faster because you don't have to wait for like the airlocks and stuff.
So is that an interaction specific to that particular spot?
There are several airlocks where it's easier to perform that trick, and where it's even like worth it. It's that one, and then when I like flew into that cutscene, through that like wall part, I tried to do it there in that place called Dead Town, but I didn't get it in that one, but it's like the same principle.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's a lot of little stuff that's kind of hard to keep your eyes out for if you don't exactly know what you're supposed to be doing.
It's really hard to like explain a lot of like the finer stuff because it's like I want to go in depth, but at the same time it's like there's so many like little things going on, which is a testament to why this speedrun is so interesting. Because when you break it down on like a really small level, there's a lot of like little tricks and optimizers going on like at any given moment. Right now we have a mission loaded. You see that little icon with the lurker with the 6. You remember we did one of these missions before where we picked up the lurkers. This is the second one. There's twice as many lurkers, so it's kind of like a little harder. And whenever you have a mission that has like a counter, it sets like a fixed reset point on the map, and we're going to exploit that to perform a bunch of other missions over here, and then use the reset point as like a fast travel. The only thing is we can't die during these missions, or else we'll lose like the active mission of the lurkers. So, like basically, if you die in this level, not only are you dying, not only are you losing however much time it takes to like do the level, but you're also losing like 50 seconds because you can't fast travel.
And not only that, but you also die in real life.
Yes, you die in real life. Okay. That's the first of two. It's pretty easy to not die in that one. But then the second one is a little trickier. There's a lot of like kind of spooky platforming, especially platforming that utilizes the mech suit, which you'll see right here, which I think is as well polished as this game was. I think this part of the game seemed to have not like the design for the mech suit seems to be a little less thoughtful than some of the other design choices, and thusly makes it a little cumbersome. I'm sort of like, I always forget that this is like an out of bounds. So yeah, you don't even have to go through the door. You can just walk on the wall over here and just do that. I've done this so many times that I don't even point it out. But yeah, because the invisible wall there kind of ends like halfway down, and you can just like walk around it basically. This part's a little spoopy. Some platforming here over like bottomless bits. Okay, now we're getting back in the mech suit, doing some hops now. I'm just giving a play-by-play of what I'm doing.
This is a pretty hilarious jump animation here.
Yeah, he's like, it's not even a jump. He just like goes all like stiff and just like whoosh, ascends.
It's like when you're a kid and you try to jump without like bending your knees.
Yeah, it's just all ankles.
Man, I feel bad that I wasted all of my when you walk-ins on not this.
Yeah. This is like when you trundle him. Also look, just Sicky's, casual flex.
Dude, I didn't know you were playing Smash Ultimate online.
Yeah, dude, check it out.
By the way, I don't know why, but someone in the chat said that they would donate $20 if Sicky and Zem arm wrestle. So if you have time for that at some point.
Yes.
We have to do left hand, though, because my right wrist is destroyed.
Left hand? Okay, that's fine.
It has been a long time since there's been an arm wrestle at a gaming marathon. That was kind of like monopolized by Trihex and Caleb Hart for a while, and then
maybe we could bring it back.
They just became too cowardly, I guess.
So this part is super spooky because it's really scary jetboard platforming. And remember, if we die, we lose 50 seconds. So it's like, it's
I forgot that's still active.
Yeah, that's still active for this whole mission. And it's like, yeah, it's pretty nerve-wracking.
So what about this exploit makes it faster?
Because you can effectively use it as a fast travel to go back to that place we were going.
Oh, and it's more convenient to go there anyway for what you need to do next.
Yeah, because this way we don't have to double back and take that same path we took to get here. We just reset warp.
Okay.
And that was pretty good, actually. So
great, yeah, fantastic.
I'm going to go for a trick called Communicator Skip, where if I skip this cutscene on a certain frame and then punch towards the portal, I can skip this little thing that talks to me. Nope. Dang it. It's like a frame-perfect trick. On some languages, it's actually easier to get. It's like not exactly frame-perfect. It's like the window seems to be a little bigger. On English, it seems to be the most precise, which is why you see a lot of people run on languages other than English, essentially. It's not because of like text speed. It's mostly because Communicator Skip is a little easier. Also, this is that reset warp I mentioned. Oop. So now we're back at the Lurker mission, which is when we first activated it here before and then did that long drive.
So interesting. Is that useful anywhere else?
Yeah, we actually did another one before. I didn't point it out, though. But because that one's a little smaller and it was kind of more subdued. And it's the same thing. It's the Lurker mission, the first lurker mission. Do you remember when I like activated that ring challenge and I just like did a roll jump through like a ring?
I think so.
That was another one. I set that as like an active mission, and then went and did other stuff, and then I like reset, warped, and then it put me back to the ring mission, and then you just fail it and then just say no, I don't want to retry, and then you're just like back to like where you were.
Huh.
It's kind of weird.
That is weird. I probably wasn't, you know, paying attention.
I didn't point it out,
stupid.
but yeah, it's kind of funny. Okay, so this is like similar to the other one. This one is a lot easier to manipulate, believe it or not, even though it's supposedly like a little harder. Because you're not bringing them back to the hut this time. You're bringing them towards these vents, and the vents sort of have this like magnetism. And eventually, when the lurker's near enough to it, it'll aggro on that instead. So you can manipulate where you break the carts or the cages in order to have them just immediately like aggro on the vents. And there's a trick that you can do for the second to last one that I'm going to attempt, and it's pretty cool looking. But not quite time for that yet. Okay, this one's a little trickier. I'm going to try to get a damage boost into the vent there.
Oh, so you're like, you want to destroy it at a certain spot so that you just
Yeah.
automatically walks there.
So the explosion of a different car ended up blowing it up a little early, but I was able to still aggro it over. You see, like, I'm not actually dropping them off myself.
Yeah.
I'm just letting them get attracted to the vent, and then I just drive away.
That's interesting. Did you want to run a donation while you're finishing up this mission?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty much the same tech, so.
For sure, we have a $20 donation from Asterion, which says, I expect a show out of this arm wrestling. Yeah!
Wow, that was inspiring.
Woo! I'm trying to think of a good moment to do the arm wrestle.
Worst case, after the run works.
Yeah, we can always just do it then. Yeah.
Yeah,
I will do my patented double dab at 24K.
And Amber said she would do a really bad dab at 23K and a really good dab at 24K. So.
Hey!
All right, there it is. Let's see this really bad dab. That was
worth $23,000.
That was a great bad dab.
I mean, I would pay $23,000 to see that again.
Okay, there's another lap skip type thing you can do in this race too. It's a little easier, so I'm gonna go for it as well. It looks a lot funnier, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna like, sorry, one second. I'm gonna go up against like this wall, and I'm just gonna boost like vertically. Whoa! Isn't that funny?
Freaking
looking?
cool.
It is. Jak 2 can be cool sometimes.
But only sometimes. The rest of the time,
Most of the time,
it's like a brick bat against your soul.
just garbage.
You were gonna say something, Lilat?
Yeah, I was going to say that last donation for 23K came from CMM1215, which said, Happy 23K, Calithon.
Oh god, that was like the sketchiest thing ever.
Playing it real close to the vest there, bud.
I think I'm just gonna keep going for him because why not?
I mean, yeah, why
I have
not?
the
right?
adrenaline pumping,
Yeah.
and I am in my pajamas.
It's the only way he gets to feel alive anymore.
I'm just dead inside.
Listen, man, after 33 hours of being awake, I wouldn't blame you for feeling dead inside a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting there. I cannot wait to take a nap. But first, fast gaming.
I just
Okay.
sat here wondering why the number was increasing for the amount of time that you've been awake, and then realized that time has passed.
Because time moves forward. Yes, Lilat.
Hour
Okay.
32.
Middle of hour 32 is the official consensus. Whoa, did you
Okay.
get all 3 there?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for boosting them all. That was crazy, actually. This is probably faster if you have an extra boost. 2 flat, epic.
What's like your best time?
147 on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So this is okay. This is incredible luck. Hello. Just give me the zoomer, please. I don't understand what's going on. It just won't let me pick up the zoomer.
The game did not appreciate you trying to go too fast.
It was just straight up like denying me. I was just like, sometimes I just don't understand this game. Okay, so you're probably wondering why I'm being shot at. It's
I wasn't.
Because, oh right, well, I'll just leave it a mystery then.
Okay, go ahead.
So Errol, that guy you raced in the ring one where I did ringless, he like tries to like kill you by like driving like into you with a car after you beat him in that race that we just did, and then you jump out of the way, and then he just hits like this giant thing of like dark eco and like blows up, and then everyone's like, you killed him, and it's like, no, I had nothing to do with it, and then they all start like chasing you.
That's stupid.
Story context. It is very bogus.
Yeah, that's whack.
That is very whack, yeah.
That's lame.
That is not the business.
That is not the business. That's especially not the corporation.
That's not the LLC at all.
Yeah. I'm starting to think that guy's like kind of a jerk.
I think you're a jerk. Just straight up, just like, I don't know, I'm gonna level with you.
Sicky's never gonna speak to me after this run ever again. He's gonna like, we're gonna leave the stream and just gonna clock me in the jaw.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, don't ever let me catch you here again. Okay, so we're just gonna go back into the same elevator we came and just skip this giant like loop of like jetboarding challenge stuff because we can hover. And Jack 2 runners don't like real challenges. Easy. Just how I like it.
Easy money.
Just simple, low effort. Time for another super long and like terrifying hover. So we're gonna and just basically just like, I don't know, like this is one of the quintessential like hover over your problems. Because it's like this huge obstacle course thing at this place called the Weapons Factory, and we just right out the gate just like hover straight to the very end, and it's super funny. What did I just hit?
I have no idea.
Oh, there's little boats. Yes, I remember the boats.
How much time does this colossal hover save?
Saves about like probably like a couple minutes.
Okay.
You need special black clearance for this door. Access granted.
Okay. So that's what
That
looks
is
like.
cool.
Oops. Okay, now I just can't die. Oh, okay. Going into defense mode. Defense position. Evasive maneuvers.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Does this put me at the start? No, it doesn't, which is good. Where does this put me though? Where am I? Like legit, where am I? Okay. I know how to figure it out because I have a map. I know where I am. And I know what I have to do. I hate to do this to you guys. We got to do this again. I'm not kidding you, this is faster.
Hey man, I don't mind watching this another time. I don't think anybody else minds either.
Special black
1, 2,
clearance
3,
for
4,
the
5, 6,
store.
7, 8, 9,
Access
10,
granted.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Okay, 46 hours. Okay, let's not mess this up. Oh god.
Do you lose all the ammo as well?
Yeah, you do.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit of a pain. Got to roll with the punches. Oh, dude. we red gun now. Okay.
It was easy. You made it work. You're a champ. I love when he smacks his
You
gun
know
off
what?
the wall.
I'm not gonna risk that. Never mind. I was gonna do a reset warp at the base of the elevator, but I didn't remember if you had to actually start the elevator first, and I was like, I'm not about to risk resetting that again, so I'm just gonna ride the elevator. Okay. So.
I don't know if I've ever seen this boss fight at nighttime.
Yeah, the other thing is with all missions, the weather's gonna be its cycle is different, you know, because it's like we've been playing for a different amount of time. So a lot of things are weird. Like Protect Samos, you play like at dusk in all missions, and I'm not used to that. I'm used to like early morning, and on like the weather cycle.
So he has to kill all these little blobs before the boss himself comes out.
Yeah, exactly. There's 20, I think, in the first phase. There's 25 in the second, and then 30 in the last phase. I'm gonna try to showcase a trick.
So this is the Peacemaker. I think he's already used it a couple times.
You see, I just loaded 2 bullets into the Peacemaker, and it's gonna make an ungodly noise. You can actually shoot 2 bullets at once, and it saves a little bit of time because you don't have to charge the gun twice to shoot it. It's just kind of tricky to set up. It's not like frame perfect, but there's like a rhythm to it.
You're right. That is disturbing.
Oh, you know what I'll have to do? I'll shoot it from farther away so you hear the noise longer. He was pretty close there, so you don't really get an opportunity to hear it.
Now, ammo aside, would you be using the red gun here anyway?
Yes, because it has just a wide range, and you can control their like recoil a lot better. Okay, listen. Okay.
Now, the nitpicky side in me wants to ask why you're not picking up the ammo. Does it not matter? Do you not
It
need it?
kind of doesn't matter. You get some really big ammo refills later.
Okay.
The only one that really matters is red gun. Like if you're running on red gun, you should probably go out of your way to get some more.
Okay.
Okay. So that was Crew. That was that funny talking guy who's like, Jack. Except now he's dead. So rip. Okay.
And if he had lived any longer, he would have said a swear word.
He probably would have said a bad word. He seems like the kind of guy who says bad words for fun. Okay, so remember when you remember when you asked me about the types of mini games that are in this?
Yes.
Get ready for this. Also, you can trigger the cutscene outside the building. Okay, so apparently chat wants to know why I didn't showcase Crew Skip, and the reason is because the world isn't ready for Crew Skip. I know how to do it, trust me. Just trust me. I can do it.
Is
So
This,
anyways, this is whack-a-mole.
Is this pattern random?
No, it's preset.
Oh my god, that's even worse.
It's amazing. It's not even random.
Of all the things to not make random, why would you
Whack-a-mole.
make this not random?
You got me. But that's just the way it is.
That's the way the news goes.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
I'm sad we're out of Oreos now.
I know. We still have Doritos, I think, and Pringles.
I do have
yeah.
Pringles. I do have the Doritos here as well. But I'm okay, but thank you. Did you just slap the... Oh,
I'll take
you
a
want
Pringle.
them? Oh, okay. I was like, why did you just slap the nut button?
I did.
You fiend.
'Cause I want. I just did it for the thrill. Thank you.
And if you're just tuning in, we are Calithon 2019. Contrary to popular belief, we are not a social eating stream. We are a charity speedrunning marathon benefiting Direct Relief, who operates in all 50 states and over 80 countries worldwide, and helps people regardless of religion or ability to pay. If you want to donate, you can do so at calithon.com, and there's lots of great prizes to be won.
Okay, so I'm zooming in to reduce lag, because that part lags so hard when that door opens that it can actually crash the game.
You'd be really good at Star Fox and Pokemon Snap.
Would I? I mean, that's not saying much. Hey, shots fired. Okay, so yeah, the voice actor there, when he's like, ah, in the Italian version, he's like, oh no, and it's like super amazing. All right, so we also just skipped like a 3-minute long mission there. I didn't explain any of it at all. That's called underport skip, easy mode.
I think at this point, like, this run's been going on long enough. I like to think that many people in the chat have just like assimilated to the nature of what's happening. Like you just hover over like a gigantic thing. They're just like, oh yeah, it's Jack 2, so he just hovers over the thing.
The thing is, like, you've been watching me play this for like 3 hours. Like, do I even have to explain that anymore? Like, do I have to say like, oh yeah, you skipped this like 3-minute long mission by hover? It's like, I'm pretty sure it just speaks for itself.
Yo, that's a cool little boosted right there. Was that a boosted?
That was more like an extended.
An extended. Sorry.
You've been.
Yeah, they're kind of synonyms.
Ow.
Like when you boost something up.
Why did they call it an oven? When you oven the.
When you oven the I mean, wait, I'm not.
Great. No time to celebrate.
This is the only time you're gonna get me on stream. Why did they call it oven when you oven the cold food about how to eat the food?
There you go. Answer me that, Zem.
What?
I don't know if you heard any of that.
Slightly.
Just.
Why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food of out hot eat the food?
Out hot eat the food.
Did I just have a stroke?
That's what I've been feeling like. I feel like I've been having a stroke this entire run, but that one also just really got to me.
Okay, this is like the final stretch. We have like.
Yeah, the host just left.
He's just done. Lilac, come back.
Wait, maybe
We
I
can
get to be
sort
the
this
host.
out. Is Zem the host now? I miss you.
Are we allowed to trade places?
Actually, yeah, I want Lilac on the couch. Can you come over here?
Yeah, all right. Let's swap.
Change places.
Hey, that's my run.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, Lilac, what's up, man?
Not much. I'm a little wet. Don't ask why.
Oh, don't worry, I won't. So this is the final stretch of the game. We have about like, I don't know, like 5-6 minutes left. We are going to escort a giant blimp from one side of a stadium to the other side, because for some reason they couldn't just fly like they couldn't like. Okay, so what happened is they build this giant time machine thing, and then they say, oh, it has to go to that side of the stadium, so you need to escort it over there while you're being attacked by metalheads. And I'm just like, why didn't you just build it on the other side of the stadium if you needed it to be over there?
but they never address that. And you'll see what I mean.
Couldn't they just transport it to another time where there weren't enemies, and then move
Well,
it?
the time that's what the time machine's for. So they built it with the intent of doing that. But they haven't finished it yet. That's all I got. I'm not like an expert on the plot, to be perfectly honest.
Sounds like a perfectly well-rounded plot to me, though.
It is.
No holes.
You know, as is any story with time travel. Well-rounded, airtight, logical, factual.
And scientifically correct.
Yes, scientifically accurate, 100%. Check this out. I'm going to jump off this into the cutscene.
Do you guys mind if I make an announcement?
Yoink. Yes.
Seraphim has announced that if we get to 23.5k, he will pick up Lilat from the couch and carry him away.
I believe that's kidnapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
a lot of money, Lilat.
I'll get kidnapped.
We're talking
for
$500.
I'll get kidnapped for $500. Yeah, sure.
The things we do here at Calithon.
Although I will say the ransom to get me back will be to get to 25,000.
I mean, it's also worth it for the DK bongos.
Yeah, I
I'd
mostly
say
just
of
want
the priority level, it's DK Bongo's #1 priority. Get Lilat back, priority #2.
Number 2, that's a little presumptuous. Maybe like number 5.
Yeah, there's 2 dabs in there somewhere.
Yeah, you know, dabbing is...
And a hug.
Is there a hug?
Yeah, 24,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to see Amber's maximum effort dab. Oops. Uh-oh. 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 You can get infinite jumps off the bottom of this. Okay, never mind.
I really think my maximum effort dab is just getting out of bed in the morning. That was way too dark of a joke.
I just didn't know how to respond. I was like, man, do you want to talk like after this, or
I think I need to see someone.
do you need someone to like just vent to? Because I'm here, man.
Yeah, sure, that
Pringles.
sounds good,
Pringles make everything better.
There are also Doritos
What am
by
I
your feet,
doing?
Lilat.
They're the snack that smiles back.
The snack that
No, that's
smiles
goldfish.
back.
Stop it, that's
Goldfish.
goldfish. Stop it.
No, look, I'm smiling.
Can you make the duck mouth with the Pringles? Oh God! Oh no! I didn't expect that to happen. Oh look, a car being driven by no one. That's weird. This is very surreal. I feel like I'm in a dream. Okay, so we're going to the construction site to
Sicky,
watch a single cutscene. Yes.
if this is a dream for you, I would really rather never hear about your nightmares.
Zem, I have a 3-hour-long dream to relate to you, from start to finish. So there I was at Calithon 2019. I was just beginning my Jack 2 all missions run. Yeah, if Jack could pick like what would Jack's favorite sport be? Did we already ask that question?
I'd like to think it's beach volleyball.
Beach volleyball. Yeah, basketball sounds.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I'm going the wrong way.
Would you guys like me to derail this for a couple of donations?
Yeah.
We have $5 from Outrageous Josh. That
Gross.
says, this speedrun is so cool. Where can I learn this? And then we have $15 from Neo Yi saying, good luck on the runs. Thank you for helping a charity. Guys, look how good
So
of
to
a job
answer
I'm doing.
Josh's question, you can go to twitch.tv/Sickynar/subscribe to get private Jack 2 lessons.
Wow.
And if you use your Twitch Prime subscription, you can do it for free.
No, it's not free.
There's always a price.
There's always a price for.
If not monetary, you're saying
Yeah.
I think we've learned that price today.
ability to sleep.
Okay.
Sicky, how excited are you to sleep in like 10 minutes or less?
In like 2 minutes, actually. We're coming up on time. Okay.
It's like the Little Caesars of nap time.
Watch us just hard lock like going into this part. Yes, it's you can hard lock at any moment. The final 2 hovers of the game. Say bye to hovers. Bye hovers. There he is. There he is. Our little boy. Little hover boy. He's gone. Anyways, that was weird. Not talk anymore. I'm just gonna not talk during the final fight. So I'm doing a camera trick because if you point the camera away from all the little enemy eggs, they actually won't hatch or do anything. That didn't hurt him at all because he had iframes. I miscalculated that. Okay, time is coming up. Okay, so the other thing with all missions is you don't have as much yellow ammo, so you kind of have to farm a little bit. But it's okay. And time. Thank you for letting me subject you to that. It hurt me more than it hurt you, trust me. Anyways, yeah, so really appreciate that I was able to showcase this category in a marathon. I don't know how many times this has been showcased in a live marathon. Probably not too many. So, yeah, and it's come up. Oh, yeah, we do. Me and Zem need to arm wrestle still.
Before we do that, I want to read my last donation as a substitute host.
It'll be the last time you ever host, too.
Yeah, last time I ever host anything.
Make it count.
So $10 from Mitty Busker that says, "This brings back memories of your dad." That one's for you, Lilat.
That's a line from Pokemon Snap, by the way.
All right, let's do
Okay,
this.
Zem, let's do this. I don't know how we're going to do this.
All right, gentlemen, we want this to be a fair match. Oh, it's looking real tight right now. It's looking like Sicky's in the lead. Zem is struggling. And there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. Stick around. We got another exciting run with some Castlevania.